Sprint Cup is back in the Lone Star State in a showdown at Texas Motor Speedway for race number 8 in the chase. Last week, Jimmy Johnson had an amazing rally with 10 to go to finish second and looks to clinch his 3rd straight championship and win in Texas. But Jeff Burton, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Jeff Gordon are still alive and look to heat it up on the asphalt at the Great American Speedway. Hold on tight. NASCAR Hotpass is ready to make history down south. Next on NASCAR Hotpass, only on DirecTV.
Yeah, running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream.
Everything's bigger in Texas. Well, it's an awful big show today for the Dickie's 500 from Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth, Texas. The stars are out in the Lone Star State. There'll be 4 of them here on NASCAR Hotpass and 43 on the racetrack today. Who will come home victorious? Well, right here on Channel 796, we hope it is Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's who we will follow all day long here on Channel 796. Junior Nation strong in Texas, here in Fort Worth, Texas, and all throughout the state. And welcome to today's UFC 91 pre-race show on NASCAR Hotpass. As we come into the 8th race of the chase and the 34th race of the 2008 season, here are your NASCAR Sprint Cup Series point standings. Dale Earnhardt Jr. dropped a spot a week ago after finishing 11th in Atlanta. 419 points out of the lead. 183-point lead for Jimmy Johnson over Carl Edwards as we get into the final 3 races of 2008. We want to glance back on what took place a week ago when we visited Atlanta. Dale Earnhardt Jr. working the high line, was able to get by the 48. His teammate of Jimmy Johnson working his way towards the front. Then he picks off another one of his teammates, Jeff Gordon, as he is moving toward the front early on. The team gets him back out, but they can't get the tear-off off the window initially. The wind takes care of that, though. After the restart, tear-off blows off, not a problem. There was a problem, though, as he was running up toward the wall. Dale Jr. did kiss the wall and rub up there against the wall, but was able to work hard at that.
I can't put bite in. I can't move the track bar down. I can't take air out of the right rear. I can't put air in the right front. I can't put air in the left rear. We're out of options. Now we're going to go loose. 3, 2.
And so they bring him in. And even though they were out of options, they continued working extremely hard on this race car. And they took a big swing, as Phil Parsons talked about a week ago at it, and he was moving back up toward the front. And so Dale Earnhardt Jr. continued to move toward the front. He was running as well as up in the top 5 situation, but coming off of pit road, a little bit of tight areas.
I ain't good. I just knocked both front quarters off the race car.
Wasn't able to get through there, but that didn't do too much damage to the race car, and again, he ended up in 11th. We move on to Texas Motor Speedway, a racetrack where Dale Earnhardt Jr. has found victory lane. 7 top 10s in his career at this racetrack in the 12 starts that he has had. 2 times he started up front, and today he will start in the 5th position. Dale Earnhardt Jr., before he was introduced to the fans, was able to talk with our own Phil Parsons. Let's listen in.
Dale Jr., I know Texas has to mean a lot to you, and I know you had your first Cup win here back in 2000, but I remember that first Busch win back in '98.
Yeah, that was a big day for all of us. My dad, Tony Sr., Tony Jr., we really had a lot of fun here. We'd like to get us another win, though. It's been a while, so we still like coming here and still expect to run well because of those early wins, but we'd like to really, make a statement and get another one. But it's a fun racetrack. It's a great crowd. The fans are really, really good to us here, really good to the sport. They're excited when we come into town, so it makes you excited to be here.
We talked at Atlanta last week of how the grip really goes away on that surface because it's so abrasive and a little bit old now, but there's a lot of give up here too as well. And this racetrack has a lot of grip early on, but then it falls off, so you have to slip and slide around and look for another group.
Yeah, I found that this track really changes a lot throughout the weekend. Reminds me a lot of an old Charlotte, but it changes quite a bit, and it's probably good that the race starts a little bit later because the grip will come back into the track later in the day, but makes for a long day. Hopefully the sun doesn't bother us too bad today like it did last week.
Great qualifying effort. How was practice yesterday?
We struggled a little bit with some things the car was doing, but I think everybody was having some issues. I felt pretty good about what lap times I was seeing, but we'll just have to see. Hopefully I can get the car to work on the bottom. If not, we can move up a little bit, move around, try some other things.
There's times when you'll actually be running the bottom one into the racetrack and the top at the other end.
Yeah, the top at 1 and 2 doesn't work very well because there's a big bump still at the tunnel, but the bumps are getting pretty bad down at the bottom of 3 and 4 too. So I found that in practice and moved up a little bit and found some speed, just not having to go across them bumps. The cars with the bump stops and how low we run them to the ground, they don't like the bumps as much.
How about having a great day today?
Yeah, we'll try, man.
All right, buddy. Good job.
And again, that was before the drivers were introduced to the fans here at Texas Motor Speedway. The drivers have climbed into their race cars and getting ready to fire the engines. Before they do that, let's take a look at the track facts for the Dickie's 500. Here at Texas Motor Speedway, a 1.5-mile racetrack. It's got a quad oval, meaning there's a little bit more of a turning situation when they come onto the front stretch and go across the start-finish line. Again, 24 degrees of banking at this 1.5-mile racetrack. That's similar to what we saw in Atlanta last week. Take a look at our race analysis. 334 laps, 500 miles. Our pit window anywhere from 52 to 56 laps, and the pit road speed will be 45 miles per hour. A great crowd on hand, a beautiful afternoon. Sunny to partly cloudy skies, 83 degrees. Amazing for November 2nd here at Texas Motor Speedway. So a great day. We're expecting to see some exciting racing on the racetrack on this Halloween weekend. Our lineup today for the NASCAR Hotpass on DirecTV we'll tell you momently. And let's listen in, though, as they will fire the engines. Let's hear the command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dickie's American Worker of the Year, Hale Hughes, as he delivers the most famous words in motorsports.
All right, Texas! On behalf of Dickie's, gentlemen, start your engines!
43 cars come to life. Team owner Rick Hendricks signing a few autographs. Let's hear from the guy who will call the shots on top of the pit box. Phil Parsons is with Tony Eury Jr.
Success here at this racetrack. He won your first Busch race back in '98 with Dale Jr. and then won this Cup race, his first Cup race back in 2000. What is the reason for the success you guys have had at this racetrack?
I just think this track here fits Dale Jr.'s driving style. You know, you can really back the corners up, and you know, it takes kind of special kind of setup. And you know, I think that's the biggest thing is just fits Dale Jr.'s driving style. You know, we've been a little bit off here this weekend, had a great job qualifying, and just car's been bouncing back and forth, loose end, tight end. So it seems like every time we fix the loose end, we create more problems. So we're just we're kind of taking a shot at it today and see what happens. But you know, Dale Jr. himself, he gets around here very well. So it. You know, we just need the car to be pretty good for him to be able to win.
Now, you've stood by and put up with me all year long, me interviewing you. So we're going to turn the tables now. We're going to let you interview somebody that's been a big part of this team here this year and see what she has to say.
Yeah, we're sitting here. We're going to talk to Amy Walsh. She's been our PR girl ever since we've come here, and you know, it's been a great honor to get to meet Amy. She's been in the garage a long time, and a lot of the people in the stands don't know who she is, but you know, we kind of been picking on her, and she's going to work with Chad next year. So we've been harassing her a pretty good bit, telling her we feel like we've been the Busch Series for her. But she's stepping up. She's been on the road for a long time, and you know, just excited for her. You know, it's you know, we don't like to go through PR people, and hopefully I can harass the one that's coming enough to where Amy has to come back next year. We're going to put her on a 90-day trial, so we're just going to make sure that things don't work out, and Miss Amy here will be willing to come back and help us out next year, and just get all the race fans to kind of write into Amy and tell her what they think of her.
Now let's let Amy answer the why. After 9 years going to these races, why now all of a sudden you're gonna step back?
Well, I've just been doing it for so long. There's a different opportunity, you know, on the marketing side. I think it'll make me a better person, you know, career-wise, and I just need to get a life, so really. So I'll scale it back to about 15 to 20 races, and I'll miss Tony Jr. dearly because of stuff like this, you know. But he's been great to work with. So have you.
Well, from us at DirecTV, we really appreciate all you've done for us. In all seriousness, you've made it so much easier for us to be a part of this team, and we really appreciate it for everything you've done.
Well, thanks, Bill. I appreciate it. You guys are a class act, so thank you.
Good luck with your new career.
Thanks.
Back to you, Rick.
Well, thank you. What an interesting time down there for crew chief to interview public relations. But Amy Walsh, we will definitely miss her on this team as she will not travel next year. But the Junior Nation fans are excited for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to get that 88 National Guard AMP Energy Chevrolet onto the racetrack and start the race here from Fort Worth, Texas. We'll be back with more NASCAR Hot Pass in just a moment. We'll line them up on the grid, and we will get the green flag and get underway with the Dickies 500 coming up.
God bless Texas.
Week 5, 2007. Giants on the brink of going 2-3, knocking on mediocrity's door. But then Eli connects on a 53-yard touchdown pass, and you probably missed it. But if you had NFL Sunday Ticket only on DirecTV, you'd get every game every Sunday.
You know, he's got a brother that's pretty good, too.
Sign up for NFL Sunday Ticket today and get upgraded to the Superfan package for free.
No matter where you live, NHL Center Ice on DirecTV makes every game a home game. It's hockey like you've never seen it before. Up to 40 games a week of intense NHL action with more games than ever in crystal clear HD. Follow your favorite teams and your favorite players. Just 4 payments of $42.25. NHL Center Ice on DirecTV. To order, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directv.com/NHL today.
And welcome back as the cars are rolling around the racetrack. Men in uniform, here to support Dale Earnhardt Jr., always backing Dale Jr. and the Junior Nation. Starting lineup will roll across the left side of our screen. Out in front of the field this week, it will be Jeff Gordon. Martin Truex Jr. will start outside of him. Dale Earnhardt Jr. with a good starting position in row 3 on the inside there. Qualified 5th quickest, so he will take advantage of that starting spot. It's been a good area to start when you come to Texas Motor Speedway as far as drivers and their starting positions at this racetrack. 60% of the 15 races were won from a top 5 starting position, 9 of the 15 races. So we're looking forward to a positive outcome to today's race. Dale Earnhardt Jr. grabbing his first win in the Sprint Cup Series at this racetrack in 2000. His 7 top 10 finishes. Again, starting off with that April win in 2000. Most recently, when we came here in April, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was able to start on the pole and finished up 12th after leading 31 laps. Got 5 bonus points left this racetrack in 4th position in the point standings. Again, always an interactive channel here on NASCAR Hot Pass. All you have to do is email us at hotpass@directv.com with whatever questions you have. If you would give us your name and hometown, we'd love to recognize you and get those answers right back to you. We always will include not only Phil Parsons, but if he needs a little help on any answers of questions you might send us, we'll go right to the sources. We'll go to Tony Uri Jr. or any one of the members of the 88 AMP Energy Chevrolet team. We'll listen in to the radios.
All right, what'd you get for your pit road speed back there? Did you get anything?
Yeah, almost 42. I think it's about 4,100.
Talking about 45 miles per hour, 4,100.
Same as last week, 42.07 is 4th.
4,100. And again, we'll listen in to Tony Uri Jr., crew chief, TJ Majors, the spotter. Again, during practice this weekend, Dale
Let's leave
Earnhardt
those
Jr.
brake fans off for right now, Junebug. If you want to turn your bead blowers on in the run, you can do that. But just leave the brake blowers off for right now and just kind of see where things go here. Simple. Something I might ask you to turn away.
All right, the opening there on the left, your away right there. Start looking left here, you're going to see the 77, 83, then you.
Simple.
Speed line right there on your left. And we will be green next time by. Check about everything one last time.
We'll start with the right rear bead blower on. You holler at me if you want to turn it off. All right, 10-4.
Back in 2000, Dale Earnhardt Jr. driving that Budweiser Chevrolet, grabbing his first ever win in the Sprint Cup Series, and what a celebration it was. Dad right there to celebrate with him. Dale Earnhardt Jr. talking about that being one of the most memorable moments of his life. His dad meeting him at Victory Lane as he grabbed that first victory here in the Sprint Cup Series. Phil, what's happening down on pit road?
So these guys are just getting ready down here, Rick, but this is a great racetrack, as we've talked about, for Dale Jr. But, you know, Dale Jr. told us that he struggled a little bit in practice yesterday, so Tony Jr. made a lot of changes to this car this morning, and hopefully these changes are going to work. But this is a racetrack you're going to have to keep up with and change as the sun goes down, the racetrack cools off. So it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of changes we'll have to make to keep up with this thing.
And again, Dale Jr. talked about struggling running up high in 1 and 2, so we could see that race car sticking to the white line through 1 and 2, and then maybe drifting up to the higher line in 3 and 4. About to get underway with the Dickie's 500. Let's let TJ Majors bring him to the green.
All right, get ready. Get ready, run the green. No pressure from the 40, two back there. Still outside there. And the 17 on the bottom with you there, still outside the 26. That's your bumper, middle of the track. That's your bumper, still the 26 car. Still there, still outside, still there. Looking inside, clear high. Inside the 17 there, enter door. Inside, still there. Enter door on the bottom there. Still inside there. Got a small hole behind him there if you want it. 26 is about two back. There you go. Still inside. Enter door. Still there at your bumper. Still there, clear.
Started 5th, running 4th after 1 lap. A good run on the one of Martin Truex Jr. Look at the inside.
Still there. There you go. Just pull it up there. Enter door. Still there at your door. Middle of the track at your bumper. Still there, clear.
Surge through the center of the corner for Dale Earnhardt Jr. up to 3rd. Out in front of the field, it's that 24 of Jeff Gordon, then Clint Boyer in front of us in the 07. We run 3rd. Martin Truex Jr. is behind us. The 17 of Matt Kenseth running 5th. Jamie McMurray is 6th. Jimmy Johnson, our points leader, is 7th.
A little tight roll in the center. I'll flip the brake blowers on. Try to keep the temperature down a little bit. Forward.
Rick, what Dale Jr. is talking about is when he really wants to roll through the center of the corner.
Driving away there. Got some guys starting to look around. I'll tell you if anybody starts making up any time.
And get back in the corner, back in the throttle, he loses a front end a little bit. That's when he's talking about rolling the center. He's having to wait a little bit in the center of the corner to get back in the throttle. He'd like to get in the throttle just a little bit earlier.
.189 miles an hour when he enters turn number 1. One of the faster racetracks on the series, the circuit for the Sprint Cup Series.
Start to yaw on entry into 3.
he means it's a little bit free on entry. It means the back end's wanting to kick out a little bit getting in turn number 3.
A little bit of a loose condition. We've seen that almost all year long. Difficult to get these COT cars to not be free. Upper right corner, we saw ABC's replay of Brad Keselowski and that number 25 getting into the wall early in this race. Brad finished the Nationwide Series race yesterday in the 7th spot. So our part-time broadcaster, Brad Keselowski, running.
Doing real good right now. Nobody's coming. You're running 31 flat. Leader 30-90. Second 31 flat.
Running today's Sprint Cup race.
You know, it's funny. We were sitting in Dale Jr.'s hauler with Tony Jr. this morning, and Brad came in there, and he was talking about, as we watched him run up high there and get into the outside wall.
High here, 3 and 4 there, Tony Jr.
Brad talked about how difficult it was to run up high at this racetrack as opposed to a place like Atlanta where it's a little bit easier. He said it's a little bit rough up high at this racetrack.
Yeah, he talked about it in between the bites of his blueberry pancakes too, while he was having a, I guess that's the breakfast of champions.
He was certainly bragging on the blueberry pancakes anyway.
He was. So good communication back and forth early on in this run for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jeff Gordon setting a blistering pace early.
Yeah, we can see where Dale Jr. is running a little bit higher down in 3 and 4 than he is down in 1 and 2. Remember, he told us that there's a pretty bad bump up high down in 1 and 2. So that's why he stays a little bit lower down there. So you see him high in 3 and 4 once again.
This field really spreading out here at Texas Motor Speedway. See the chassis that Dale Earnhardt Jr. is running, 88-521. It's the same car he used at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Again, he was running up front, leading laps, blew that right front tire, running right up against the wall at Lowe's Motor Speedway, so ended up in the 36th spot at that racetrack earlier this year. Now it looks as though the gap between first and second starting to diminish, as well as Jeff Gordon's lead over us. So we're 1.54 seconds behind Jeff Gordon.
Nobody coming, doing awesome here. Good job.
So we'll reel in Jeff Gordon. Gordon still looking for his first win of 2008. We want to get back to the relay.
Worker of the Year for 2008. Introducing Hale Hughes, an oil field roughneck from Woodville, Texas. Hale won the new 09 Ford F-150 and lots of other great prizes. Find out how your favorite worker can become next year's winner at Dickies.com. Dickies, a legend in work.
Chase for the Sprint Cup comes to you with NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile. Dropkick yourself into the drama with live race radio, real-time stats, and live team chatter. Only from Sprint and only on the Now Network.
He's devoted his life to keeping kids off the streets.
It made me become somebody. Now I have a dream.
But his own home doesn't stand a fighting chance.
Just keep punching.
This week, we're in your corner, man.
ABC tonight, 8/7 Central, with the help of 3 boxing legends.
I just wanted to be part of this.
You'll get a ringside seat to the biggest knockout of a makeover yet.
Most beautiful house in the world.
ABC's Extreme Makeover Home Edition. All new tonight, 8/7 Central, after a new Funniest Videos on ABC.
What your engine feels, you feel. And when it's running clean, you feel it. Which is why we developed full synthetic Pennzoil Platinum with active cleansing agents to clean out up to 46% of sludge in the first oil change. That's 3 times better than the leading conventional oil. Pennzoil Platinum Motor Oil. Our ultimate clean for your ultimate feeling. Not just oil, Pennzoil.
I guess I'll take it from here.
Just don't leak any fluid on me.
The inside of a race car can feel as hot as the Sahara. How does Dale Jr. overcome it? Energy Focus Control. Amp yourself.
I got some breath mints if you want them. I'm just saying.
Monday night.
Welcome back to NASCAR Hotpass. Take a look in the upper left corner of your screen. You can see
clear. Good job.
a little bit of debris on the front end of that 88 Amp Energy Chevrolet. There's a tight shot. Looks like almost a wrap has gotten on the front end. But again, that's just a decal. That's not the grill that you see right under the word Impala. That's a decal that's there. So that's not where the air goes in. The air actually goes in underneath that decal and in the splitter area. So should not affect the performance or handling of this race car as far as overheating. But Dale Earnhardt Jr. has taken over the second spot. He is the fastest car on the racetrack, or has been a few laps ago. Now chasing down that 07 of Clint Boyer. So Clint Boyer out in front, and you see the comparison between Boyer and Dale Earnhardt Jr. at least lap times. On lap 13, Dale Jr. the fastest car on the racetrack, running that 31.70. And you see pretty comparable lap times the last time by on lap 16. Clint Boyer saying that he thinks his car is best in 1 and 2 right now. That's exactly where we're running. We're trying to run a little bit through the middle of 1 and 2, not down on that white line. See if that's able to work for Dale Jr. He runs the high line through 3 and 4. Trying to close the 6/10 second gap that Clint Boyer had put on him. Pretty strong car right now for Clint Boyer. Dale Jr. would like to get out front, get that clean air on the nose of this race car.
I tell you, Rick, the 44 car, David Rudiman, which a lot of guys in the garage area were talking about being one of the best cars in practice yesterday, has made his way up to the 4th position and running very, very good lap times.
So David Rudiman breaking into the top 5. After David started this race in 12th, moved up quite a few positions, and currently running in the 4th spot.
Real good lap there.
We'll feed back from Tony Eury Jr. talking about Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s last lap. Again through the high line of 3 and 4. This is where he's able to get that momentum up and try to reel in that 07 of Boyer, who's just in front of him. You can almost feel that car moving when he goes through 1 and 2, the bumps in that corner. You see the lap times on lap 21. Rudiman, the fastest car on the racetrack. Dale Jr. second quick. And again, still reeling in that 07 of Clint Boyer. Beautiful afternoon for racing at Texas Motor Speedway here in Fort Worth, Texas. We'll be right back for more.
There's a craftsman in all of us.
Wow, we got Allstate safe driving bonus checks.
I'm thinking spa.
I'm thinking sponsorship opportunity.
anything else?
I said, can I get you ladies anything else?
I think we're satisfied.
Introducing the Allstate Safe Driving Bonus Check. Earn it by driving safe for 6 months. Spend it however you want. Are you in good hands?
NASCAR fans, get this exclusive offer featuring hat, tee, and collector's pin commemorating your driver's place in the 2008 NASCAR Chase for the Sprint Cup for just $45. To order, call 1-877-841-RACE or log on to NASCAR.com/2008Chase.
Birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Let's fall in love. Let's fall in love. Let's.
Welcome back to NASCAR Hotpass. Just moments ago, Dale Earnhardt Jr. talking to Tony Eury Jr. about the temperature of that race car starting to heat up. And so there is concern over that piece of debris that is on the front. Let's listen in.
Oil is 300. Okay, 10-4. We'll just think you'll be fine. Rudiment's sketching us about a 10th a lap back there, or we can catch a slow car Logano up here. But it's dead center of the grill when you get to where you can mess with it. If it gets over 260, or gets around 255 to 260, if we got to give up a little bit of track position, that's what we got to do.
And so they were listening in. They've tried to make a deal with Rudiman. Again, on the left side of your screen, you can see the debris. And again, the grill that you see there is not the actual opening that goes into the race car, but that piece of debris is folded under where the actual opening is that goes into the car to get into the radiator to cool that water off that cools the engine off. And so right now he was talking about the temperature rising, and so they want to figure out if they can get up right behind another vehicle, which he's probably going to try to do right now to see if they can get that debris off. That turbulent air, when he gets behind another car, could allow that piece of debris to come off. Let's see next time by if that did the trick. Again, ducking in behind one of the cars. Right on the back bumper there of Dale Earnhardt, or Dale Jr. is getting right on the back bumper of Carl Edwards. Now we'll take a look and see if that has done it. And, well, actually, I believe it may have moved down. It's not up on the actual debris area.
Piece that I might have saw earlier, Tony Jr.
But it may have moved down, and if it did move down, that would mean it would cover more of the area that the air goes in. There's braces on there that hold the splitter up, and it looks like it may be stuck on that brace.
It looked like a tear off earlier. I don't see it now.
The potential is that it could be stuck on that brace that's in the center. We'll try to get another tight shot of the grill area, the front of that race car. Again, it was on there when you see it on the left, but now it may have moved down, and it did, sure enough. It moved down, and it's now stuck on that splitter brace that's in the center, and it's still going to be blocking the air that's going into that race car. Looks like it's over on the right side as well.
26 runs the bottom. He's got a big hole behind him to the 24.
Phil, amazing how temperamental these engines are. That they have such a precise measurement for the amount of opening that goes into that area and cools off these engines.
It really is, because you want the maximum downforce that you get on these cars.
There's clear behind him if he hits you.
And the more tape you put on it,
clear by 15, 20 to the 24 there. Good job.
the more front downforce.
And still a little bit right there on the right headlight.
Look, it's amazing when we get shots of the front end of this car. Everybody's huddled around the monitor. We've got laptops up on top of the box that Tony Jr. and all the engineers, Tom Stewart, Darian Grubb, can look at. David Bryan, our car chief, and then down here behind the pit box, Billy Davis and all the guys looking at it, and everyone huddles around the monitor to look and look for the debris on the grill.
Yeah, this is Paulie, our cameraman that's operating this shot that you see right now on the left side of your screen. That's Paulie, and he's doing a fabulous job of getting that tight shot just underneath the decal grill area. And in that center brace, it looks like the debris is still on, just on the left side of that brace, which would be the right side of the opening. But it looks as though it still may be covering that opening that's in the splitter area that gets that air back up into the engine.
We know Dale Jr. is aware of the debris, so we know he's keeping an eye on the water temperature gauge, and I think if he sees any increase in the water temperature, he will alert Tony Jr., let him know that.
Still running in the 5th spot, now 5 seconds behind race leader Clint Boyer. But again, Dale Jr. backed off to try to get behind a few cars, see if he can get that debris to come off of the front of his race car. Slower lap car of that 0-2, Joey Logano.
All clear.
Dale Jr. still running the middle of the turn in 1 and 2. And then he runs a little bit higher in turns 3 and 4. Almost up to the wall through 3 and 4 for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Still concerned as we're about 13 laps away from green flag pit stops here at Texas Motor Speedway. So 13 more laps until the over-the-wall crew can change 4 tires full of fuel and clean that debris off the front of the race car. Haven't heard a lot about the handling of the race car since the temperature issue. Clint Boyer continuing to lead the field, has almost an 0.8 of a second lead over David Rudeman, who's made his way all the way up into second after starting 12th today. Carl Edwards has moved up to third. Jamie McMurray has followed him up to the 4th spot. We run 5th. Then it's Jeff Gordon behind us in 6th. Matt Kenseth in 7th. Jimmy Johnson run 8th. Greg Biffle is 9th. And Juan Pablo Montoya rounding out our top 10. There you see the gap between the 07 and the 88 as we track their progress around this 1.5 mile quad oval racetrack, Texas Motor Speedway. Completed 40 laps on lap 41. Now moving to lap 42 here at Texas Motor Speedway. We'll be back.
We're gonna get Friday's right portion, right price menu. Hey, I'm talking big flavor here. Just the right amount of food. And it starts at just $5.99. So you'll have enough left over, you can buy those ladies some dessert.
Red or black?
When you want to get away,
Both.
Enterprise will pick you up and get you going to romantic weekends. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Cobalt tools are so comfortable, you just don't want to quit working.
Try it now.
Jimmy,
Get in the car. Cobalt, the next generation of tough tools. Available exclusively at Lowe's.
Pipe wrench. Hey, Jimmy?
Democrats have been spreading this far-left agenda for too long.
They're just
it's
plain
just
wrong.
Jinx, buy me a Coke.
Right now?
No talking. Jinx rule.
How about it? Right up.
Why don't we step outside and change our view? I just wanna share a smile with a friend like you.
Hang in there, buddy. You gotta stay on him.
Welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway. Men in the Armed Forces backing the 88 National Guard Amp Energy Chevrolet of Dale Earnhardt Jr. You're always able to watch every second of the action from the drop of the green flag all the way through the checkered flag. Now, there was a little bit of communication going on between driver and crew chief during the commercial break. We'd like to let you listen into a little of that.
Be thinking about your car a little bit. We've got about 14 laps before we pit. It's loose in, loose off, tight center. The tight's probably the biggest problem. Just make a small adjustment for it and see what's up. See if the loose gets worse. If it don't, we'll be all right.
So Dale Earnhardt Jr. saying let's work on that tight center condition. Thinks that's the worst, or making him slow down the most, or hurting him the most on the racetrack. But he wants Tony Gurry Jr. to work on that. Just make a slight adjustment, see if they can get that a little bit better. Again, Dale Jr. running in the 5th spot, about 5 seconds behind race leader Clint Boyer. It was Jeff Gordon out in front for the first few laps, and then it's been all Clint Boyer after that. Dale Jr. coming out of turn number 4. 2 laps ago, moments ago. Take a look at how close Dale Jr. gets coming off of turn 4.
Still there, middle of the track, enter door, enter bumper, all clear, clear by 1, clear by 2.
I think inches would be good dimension to categorize that close call with the wall.
That might have been inch singular.
Yeah, not plural. David Rudiman all over the back bumper and out in front now of this field. He was on the back bumper of that 0-1 who's about to go a lap down. So Rudiman now leading here at Texas Motor Speedway. We're hearing that Greg Biffle is going to be coming in here in just a few laps. Already see the 19 of Elliott Sadler on pit road. Green flag pit stops coming up. Probably 5 or 6 laps at most for Dale Earnhardt Jr. that he'll be on the racetrack before he comes on the pit road.
Yeah, I think we'll see just about all of the field on pit road within the next 5 laps or so.
Kevin Harvick's on his way down pit road when he gets to the open. And David Rudiman making his way from 12th all the way up to the front of the pack.
No
here at Texas.
Nobody coming here, about 5 more laps.
Almost 2.5 seconds falling off from the start of this run to what the lap times are now.
Going way back down. And forward.
Good word out of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Take a close shot. Looks like the debris is no longer on the front end.
Yeah, Ben Fishbeck, our front tire carrier, will be the guy that will get that debris off. He'll carry that tire around to the right front.
Go ahead and pit this next time by. Next time by.
He'll bring that tire back and roll it towards pit wall and then make sure that debris is off. If not, he will grab that debris and
78 right in front of you is going to pit this lap. You're all clear, all clear.
To get the left rear.
So you'll win the 12 off there. Pit this time.
45 miles per hour, 4,100 in second gear is the magic number for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Nope, 4,200 at the line, 4,200.
Working his way all the way down to pit stall number 3.
Gonna pull in right here, 78 is still all clear, 4,200. All right, Tony Jr. coming at you there, he's 10 away. All right, come on down here. Come on in here, right around that Red Bull. Come on in, right here. Good job, whoa.
Casey Kane's right in front of us on pit road. Casey was running 13th.
Okay, go, 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 go. 4,200, one outside, 96 star, 4,200 to the cone there. 4,200, go ahead, go hard, blend off the 2. Got the 15 in your mirror there, right with you there, stay low.
Phil, I believe the way that timed out, Dale Earnhardt Jr. came onto pit road. David Rudeman also came onto pit road.
16's outside, 42's 5 back on the track there, coming outside with a run. Be clear behind the 42, outside now. All clear behind them. 15's 1 back.
While that happened,
at your door, so there's your bumper clear, all clear.
While those pit stops happened, Dale Earnhardt Jr. actually was our race leader. And we're hearing there from Dale Earnhardt Jr. He just said, I've got a loose wheel. So we've got to listen in and make sure that Dale Jr. doesn't have difficult problems, Phil.
Outside at your door, at your bumper, still there, clear.
I'm sure Dale Jr.'s got some sort of a vibration right now. I know the guys are getting ready just in case Dale Jr. comes back down pit road. Hey, Rick, I talked to Ben Fishbeck, our tire carrier. He's the one that reached around after he bought the left front tire and put it on the hub. And he said he cleaned it pretty well. He thinks the debris was gone before the car ever got to pit road.
Roll on the racetrack. At 41.
Junior thinks oil on the racetrack. We've heard from NASCAR.
Oil on pit road on the bottom of 3 and 4 on the apron now over there. We got a loose wheel. I want to fix.
So the first caution of the day has come out.
Copy me. Sir, I got it. All right, I want to fix it. I ain't going to run out here with it. And don't pit me when that 83's in his box, Jigger. My bad. I didn't want to lose too much, and when I told you to pit, he was already coming, so that was my bad. I'm making sure it don't have no more. Yeah, I lost more there than I would on the racetrack. I don't know. Something about averaged out. Had to.
Dale Jr.'s talking about having to drive around the 83, getting to his pit. Felt like he'd lost more time there than if he'd have stayed out another lap and ran with the older tires.
So we're behind the 24 of Jeff
Not
Gordon.
open yet.
Pit road's not open. NASCAR was checking the
All right,
racetrack.
it's not. We'll put 4 tires on. Just a bad timing to have to put 4 tires on. I know it, but I ain't gonna run with a loose wheel out here for you. Yeah, 10-4. You know how bad it is. I don't. So we'll put 4 on. Guys, just make sure they're good and tight. 4,200 pit road is open. 4,200.
Pit road's open.
Go ahead and do what we were talking about earlier.
This is going by that 83. They're on pit road.
4,200 there.
And he comes back down on pit road as we watch that. The over-the-wall crew will change 4 tires once again.
Every
Coming
split
into there, Tony
second
Jr. first car to you.
is so important here. When he had to drive around to 83, just lost a little bit of time.
Right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dale Jr. did not want to take any chances with a loose wheel. So I know Tony Jr. would like to not put 4 tires
Flat
on.
side, one outside, 83, 40 to 200, just 83 there, be clear behind him. There you go.
Just couldn't take a chance, Rick, this early in the race and with the potential of a loose wheel.
It wasn't that bad. We had a couple more takers. Thank y'all for doing that. I didn't want to be out there messing up on slugs and possibly having a wheel fall.
So Dale Jr.
In forward, just we'll just do what we can here.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happened. We'll get around it.
Yeah, 10-4, it's early.
Early in the race, only 58 laps complete. We'll be right back.
The car and how it settles into the racetrack.
Give you horsepower. All trucks give you torque. They all give you tow packages and beefy V8s. All trucks give you power. No one does it with less gas. No other full-size pickup has better fuel economy. Chevy Silverado, America's best truck. And now J.D. Power and Associates' highest-ranked large pickup in initial quality.
Hey, Kevin Harvick here, and I'm just celebrating my latest victory. You see, I switched to Nationwide Insurance and saved a lot on my car insurance, and you can too. Just call 877-NW-SERIES for a quote today, and you can save like up to $500. Plus, you can enter to win the ultimate NASCAR experience and meet me trackside in Las Vegas. Just call 877-NW-SERIES today to switch and save. Nationwide is on your side.
On the eve of this year's election, 2 of the NFL's elite battle in the nation's capital. So cast your vote to watch Big Ben and the 5-2 Steelers take on Clinton Portis and the 6-2 Redskins. Plus, don't miss a Monday Night Football halftime exclusive. Chris Berman speaks with John McCain and Barack Obama in one of their last national interviews before the election. Obama, McCain, Boomer. Catch the interviews at halftime of ESPN Monday Night Football. Steelers Redskins at 8:30.
This is the ruggedly re-engineered Ranger XP. The smoothest ride ever. A new level of comfort and convenience. It can get up and go where others can't follow. It just goes to show, the more things change, one thing remains the same. The new Ranger. Hardest working, smoothest riding. Again, hurry into your local dealer to see the new 2009 Ranger lineup.
The Army National Guard is an elite group of warriors who dedicate a portion of their time to serving their nation. It takes hard work, discipline, and teamwork for my team to get into victory lane. Now it's your turn to get your life on the fast track. Call or visit 1-800-GO-GUARD.com today.
And welcome back to NASCAR Hotpass, exclusively on DirecTV. Texas Motor Speedway, the site of race 34 of the 2008 season. It's the Dickie's 500. We're following Dale Earnhardt Jr. today. As we were going to break, there was some radio communication that was taking place. We want you to hear what continued through that commercial break. We're going to play it back.
The car and how it settles into the racetrack due to the air pressure is way different than the very first set. And the car just feels spongier, like even though the tires have been the tires on the car were holding more air. You know what I mean? At the start.
All right, I went up a pound and a half pound in the right side just for that green flag stop, just so I kind of figured that was going to happen.
Okay, 10-4. It still felt a little spongy, but it's actually kind of a good feeling. It's like a little bit of a grip kind of a feel, where before the car felt like it was blowed way up on the tires on the right side. 10-4.
And again,
it changes a lot. You know, I think the older it gets, it really starts to change quite a bit throughout the weekend. It reminds me a lot of the Charlotte Motor Speedway and how it used to be. But, you know, we're moving around a lot right now and using different grooves and stuff. But as it gets cooler, the grip's going to find itself back down on the bottom of the racetrack, and that's where everybody's going to be running.
Hey, thanks a lot. Good luck, Junior.
And that again is ABC. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the in-race reporter for ABC today. And so they were just chatting with him. That was the end of his conversation. We'll be right back with more Hotpass. Stay with us in the lower left corner.
Boom, 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 boom. You knocked me out right off of my feet. Boom, boom, boom.
A race car driver feels 800 pounds of force at every turn. How does Dale Jr. overcome it? Energy-focused control. Amp yourself.
Sweet mother.
What's really fun is to give people heartburn at night. They're all, I'm going to party. Surprise, sister. No, you're not.
Frequent heartburn used to ruin my evenings, so I tried Prilosec OTC. It works all day and all night, so now heartburn won't keep coming back.
Man.
Prilosec OTC works to block heartburn before it begins for 24 hours with 1 pill a day. Try Prilosec OTC, the round-the-clock heartburn blocker.
Jimmy? Casey? Dale? Yeah, man. Let's rock.
When you're Hendrick Motorsports, every race is a battle. And every win comes with Q Motor Oil technology. And there's a Q horsepower specially designed to help maximize the power.
In your car.
Unleash all your horses.
There are some crimes where the law isn't enough.
Puerto Rican.
Throwing a black girl off a roof?
Reports are rolling in. Riots all over the city. Black versus Puerto Rican.
This war's already started.
This Thursday, Whoopi Goldberg guest stars.
In the funkified flash.
In an episode too good to miss.
Consider yourselves prisoners of the BLA.
Who threw this cheap shot at us?
Kidnapping police? Are you insane?
All right, now stop.
We have no reason to keep you alive.
And all new Life on Mars. Thursday at 10/9 Central after a new Grey's Anatomy on ABC.
Welcome back. Dale Earnhardt Jr. driving around in that number 88 Amp Energy Chevrolet. Still under caution here. Only one caution has come out. This one for, seems like we have a little bit of fluid on the racetrack. So the safety crew and the track crew are working on getting the racing surface cleaned off. Thinking it was put down by the 41 of Reed Sorensen. So obviously an issue with that race car. Talking about the lap down cars coming up to the inside. There are 29 cars on the lead lap right now. We're scored 16th after coming back down pit road. A lot of guys stayed out on the racetrack. Only about maybe 2 laps were run from the time we were on pit road and back out on the racetrack until the caution came out and we came back down pit road.
You got the 48. 29, 12, 66 in your mirror.
Carl Edwards out in front of Clint Boyer, David Rudiman, Jamie McMurray, and Greg Biffle. They're your top 5. Jeff Gordon runs 6. Juan Pablo Montoya is 7. Martin Truex Jr. is 8th. Kyle Busch is 9th.
All right, I'll call the green, pass to the right only.
Mark Martin rounding out our top 10.
Pace car is in. All right, get ready. Get ready, green, green, green. All clear in front here. All clear in front here. No pressure before it. 2 minutes. Still getting slow car cars inside. Everything's all clear in front of you still. Still inside the O2. Still there at your door. Bumper still there. Still there. Still inside. Hit your bumper. Still there. Clear. All clear. Clear low if you want it. Still clear low if you want it.
Having to check up. That 83 in front of him, but Brian Vickers not rolling the corner.
78 low on the inside, 40. One back with you on the outside. Inside there, still there. Still there, true bumper, 96, 78 inside. Check up a little bit front on the outside there, that 84 car. Enter door, enter bumper, clear.
Scott Speed in the 84 this week.
Outside, still there, enter door. Still there, enter bumper, still there, still there, still outside clear.
Scott Speed, one of the lap down cars. Dale Jr. back to the bottom of the racetrack through 1 and 2, rolling the center. It looks like pretty well compared to that 83.
Got the 7 and the 19 stuck on the bottom up there in front of you.
Junior run in the middle of the racetrack through 3 and 4.
There you go, inside, just one inside, just one inside. Still there, clear the 7, just the 19 now. Still inside, still there, your bumper, still there, still inside there, clear.
You know, Rick, it's amazing. Dale Jr. restarted this race in the 16th position, but essentially that's
driving away, racing hard back there, Jameer. Hit your mark, she'll drive away.
Because of the double file restart with the lap cars down on the middle. He basically restarted in the 32nd position.
He's got a lot of cars he needs to get by to get back up toward the front where he was running earlier. And half of the cars are lap down cars. The car he's racing for the 15th spot is at 83, just in front of him of Brian Vickers. 83 also came onto pit road under our only caution of the day, back on lap 57.
Got 29 cars right now on the lead lap. Michael Waltrip, the 55 car, is right now the last car on the lead lap.
Still clear by 10 to the 29 there.
Looking to the inside of that 83. This is for 15th.
Outside, still outside there. The 83 entry door. Still there. Clear up behind him if you want.
The 5 will be for position if he can get it.
2 inside, 2 inside. 2 inside there, 29 went all the way to the bottom there. Still 2 inside, just 1 inside, just 1 inside. Still there. Clear behind the 29 if you want it there.
See that 29 car of Kevin Harvick. He's been reporting a loose condition this entire race. He was able to take advantage of Dale Jr. being hung up behind a couple cars that were running side by side.
A little bit tight, Junior. Tighter. All right.
Heard Dale Jr. report that the car's a little bit tighter than it was. And remember now, the time changed today with daylight savings time going away. And this race starting a little bit later Central Time than we typically start. A little bit later Eastern Time than we typically start. So I think when this racetrack cools off here late in the day, as Dale Jr. told us before the race, the racetrack will change a lot and gain a lot of grip back. So that's one thing that Tony Jr. and Dale Jr. will try to keep up with is the way this racetrack changes. And right now we've got some of the front stretch, if not all the front stretch, in shade, and the car is a little bit tighter this time than it was the first run.
Shadows continuing to get longer. The Hendrick running order for today's race. Jeff Gordon's running 7th. 14th is Casey Mears. Dale Earnhardt Jr. runs 17th. Jimmy Johnson is 21st. And Brad Keselowski running in the 26th spot. So our 5 Hendrick Motorsports race cars and where they're running on the racetrack today. Again, Brad Keselowski on occasion will come and join us for the broadcast here on NASCAR Hotpass. I'm guessing he's enjoying himself quite a bit more sitting in a race car by himself rather than sitting next to me.
See, Dale Jr.'s behind his future teammate, sometime nationwide driver, and future teammate next year, Mark Martin.
Has a good run on Martin as he goes into turn 3. See if the higher line will work for him. Mark Martin has a good run on the bottom of the racetrack, though. So Junior running right in the middle of the racetrack. Texas Motor Speedway. We'll be back for NASCAR Hot Pass after this.
Hey, Greg's phone. Greg doesn't have AT&T, so we got 0 bars here in Brussels. So thanks for the call about hopping on the train and heading to Paris for the weekend. Looks like you won't be hearing from us. Instead, we're gonna hang at this hostel with the Techno Twins, Slot and Veeder.
For the best coverage, switch to AT&T. More bars in more places. Get our exclusive LG Shine for only $49.99 and get one free.
I figure the engineers who built the all-new 09 F-150 are probably the same guys we all cheated off of in science class. We're thinking about pizza, they're thinking about aerodynamic wake properties. Crazy smart. Take fuel economy, for example. They gave it 21 miles per gallon. You can't get a truck with better mileage. And they didn't give up an ounce of power to get it. In fact, they actually increased the horsepower. Now that is some A-plus truck thinking. It's not just a new truck, it's a new F-150.
To understand the true nature of speed, to truly appreciate the intensity of steel merging with strategy at 190 miles an hour, to feel the adrenaline as 500 miles comes down to 2 cars side by side with 1 lap to go. The best place to be is right in the middle of it. Atlanta Motor Speedway, where the fast go faster.
Welcome back to NASCAR Hot Pass, exclusively on DirecTV. Dale Earnhardt Jr. holding on to the 16th spot on the racetrack now. Thank you for staying with us here on NASCAR Hot Pass all season long with Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's been able to get by that 8 of Mark Martin. Mark Martin continues to try to battle back, though. Staying close to him. Dale Jr. running 16th. Here's your points as they're running on the racetrack. Carl Edwards out in front of the field, and Jimmy Johnson running 24th right now has closed the gap between Jimmy Johnson and Carl Edwards. And you see the outside on the right of the columns there, and that means that they would be mathematically eliminated. From 8th on back, 322 points is the possible difference between 1st and 43rd in the last 2 races that you could gain. And so outside of that number, those drivers are considered out of the possibility of winning the championship in 2008. 3 late races left. You see the largest lead that has ever diminished. In 1990, Mark Martin led by 49 points. And Dale Earnhardt ended up winning that championship by 26. Our lap leaders today out in front, the most laps has been Clint Boyer, but here comes Carl Edwards knocking on the door. He's got a 4.5 second lead right now over his teammate Jamie McMurray. And so he continues to add to his laps led, but this is a long race, 500 miles, 334 laps, so a lot of laps still to be gained by who knows. Could it be Carl Edwards close in that points race gap that he came into this race here at Texas Motor Speedway with? We're going to ride along with Dale Earnhardt Jr. and find out how it will all unfold. .29 cars remain on the lead lap. Carl Edwards will be reeling in the 55 of Michael Waltrip shortly. There's a 27.2 second gap between those two, and they'll be running about 32-second laps here pretty soon, so that difference between Carl Edwards and Michael Waltrip is starting to get smaller and smaller. Here when Dale Jr. gets out of the gas, rolls through the center and then right back into the gas.
Rick, I'm keeping an eye on our teammate, Brad Keselowski. He's moved up to the 24th spot. Good news for Brad, bad news for Jimmy.
Middle of the track, enter your door still up there, clear, all clear.
Brad passed Jimmy to gain that 24th spot, so now Jimmy's back to 25th.
Jimmy just lost 3 more points in his bid for the championship here in 2008. Haven't heard a lot of feedback from this run for Dale Earnhardt Jr. as to the handling of the race car. There you see the difference between Carl Edwards and where Junior is running.
Yeah, not since Junior said that the car's a little bit tighter than it was. That's the only feedback we've got from Junior. As you can see, he's a little bit over 20 seconds behind the leader, which is about 2/3 of a lap. The leader, Carl Edwards, that time was about 0.4 of a second faster than Dale Jr. But remember, he has the clean air, which we found has been so important to these cars.
Three Roush cars running in the top 3. Again, Carl Edwards out in front. Then it's Jamie McMurray and the 16 of Greg Biffle. Maybe a little infighting amongst the team there, because Greg Biffle just said on his radio moments ago, not happy with the way Jamie McMurray is racing him. Clint Boyer running in the 4th spot. David Rudeman holding on to 5th. Juan Pablo Montoya runs 6th. Jeff Gordon is 7th. Kyle Busch running 8th. The 1 of Martin Truex Jr. runs 9th, and Matt Kenseth rounding out the top 10. Dale Earnhardt Jr. holding on to the 16th spot here at Texas. Stay with us.
Have the freedom to cheer,
Number 9,
idolize,
Dale Jr.
Mr. Jeff Gordon.
celebrate,
Juan Pablo Montoya.
maybe even get carried away.
Martin Truex Jr., he's the man.
Only Bank of America gives you the freedom to bank with the same kind of passion. With NASCAR banking, your check card, your credit card, your driver. Want to get in on the action? You can with Bank of America. Bank of Opportunity.
Hey, I'm Dale Earnhardt Jr., GoDaddy customer and driver of the GoDaddy number 5. My website helps me stay in touch with my fans. GoDaddy.com gives me everything I need to keep it running fast and bulletproof. So if you need a domain name or a website, hosting, email, or anything else for the internet, GoDaddy.com is the place. .com names from $1.99 at GoDaddy.com. I trust GoDaddy, and you can too.
From the East Coast to the West, up north, down south.
All across America.
On Wednesday, November 12th, one event brings the whole country together.
It's country music's biggest night. Hosted by Brad Paisley
And Carrie Underwood.
The CMA Awards.
Live. Wednesday, November 12th at 8, 7 Central on ABC. Start here.
What your engine feels, you feel. And when it's running clean, you feel it. Which is why we developed full synthetic Pennzoil Platinum with active cleansing agents to clean out up to 46% of sludge in the first oil change. That's 3 times better than the leading conventional oil. Pennzoil Platinum Motor Oil. Our ultimate clean for your ultimate feeling. Not just oil, Pennzoil.
Oh, could everyone please aim their remote at one of these slow images? Now pick a fast one. Excellent. You've now demonstrated for yourself the difference between DSL and Roadrunner High Speed Online. Add all these extra features over our advanced fiber network, and you'll see why Roadrunner zooms past DSL every time.
Call Time Warner Cable for special savings on Roadrunner High Speed Online. Don't delay. Call today. Time Warner Cable, the power of you.
Huge championship implications continuing to build at Texas Motor Speedway. Race leader Carl Edwards coming into this race second in the points, just lapped point leader Jimmy Johnson. So a big change taking place in the amount of points between Jimmy Johnson and Carl Edwards. You see the hands working there for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Looks like that loose condition continuing off of turns 2 and 4. There you see in the upper right corner the pass taking place between Carl Edwards and Jimmy Johnson. And Jimmy Johnson now one lap down.
He just passed the 8 on the second groove there. He just runs a lane higher than the bottom there.
Dale Jr. 21.5 seconds behind race leader Carl Edwards. Again, I believe it was 189 points was the difference between Johnson and Edwards coming in. Now the points, as they're running on the racetrack, 64 points.
Just like that.
So a big change in our championship run for Jimmy Johnson, Carl Edwards, and Greg Biffle.
The nice thing is he's got 236 laps left to get that car fixed and try to get that lap back. We saw him last week from way back, charged to a second place finish. So we don't count this 48 car out of contention.
There, inside at your door, and your bumper clear.
The 55 and 47 about to go a lap down as well, and as soon as that happens, that will take Jimmy Johnson out of the position to get the Aaron's Lucky Dog.
31 car. All clear to the 8 there. 5 back.
Dale Jr. a big run now on that 31. Has to get out of the gas a little bit earlier though. Running the same line. Dale Jr. up on the high side of the racetrack. Jeff Burton running in the middle. And Mark Martin taking the low route around this 1.5 mile racetrack. Again, Michael Waltrip has also gone a lap down, and he is in front of that 48. So no longer is Jimmy Johnson the highest scored race car 1 lap down. Now it is Michael Waltrip. And again, as I mentioned, the 47 Marcus Ambrose about to go a lap down as well. And so Carl Edwards' pace, although blistering, there is still 26 cars on the lead lap. NASCAR's taking a look at the 7 car of Robbie Gordon, hearing that he got into the wall, did a little damage.
Inside of 31 by himself. At your door. So there's your bumper. Still inside, clear.
There's 16th for Dale Earnhardt Jr. as he's able to get by that 31. Right up against the wall through 1 and 2 for Dale Jr.
Good corner. Good lap, last lap.
TJ Majors.
Rick, the nice thing about this racetrack, you can see the multiple lines. There's 2 or 3 lines that people can run here to try to make some time. There was a great lap by that. That's about 0.3 of a second, that last lap, faster than Dale Jr. had run the last several laps. Very, very close to maybe the fastest car in the racetrack the previous lap.
There you go. Good job. Whatever you're doing, you're about 0.3 faster than what you were.
There you heard the continuation of that story. 0.3 of a second faster than he was. That's big, too. Again, Dale Jr. running that high line now through 1 and 2. So making a little change here at Texas. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more Hot Pass.
Now, for a limited time only, you can get amazing 0 APR financing on your favorite Toyota. That's 0% financing on 11 different models featuring Toyota's legendary quality. No other car brand can make this offer. So hurry in now and see how much 0 can save you on a new Toyota.
Saved by 0. Saved by 0.
So what you gonna get? No, check it out. Don't answer that. I know what we're gonna get. Friday's right portion, right price menu. Hey, I'm talking big flavor here. Just the right amount of food. And it starts at just $5.99. So you'll have enough left over, you can buy those ladies some dessert.
Now through Wednesday, get 10% off all appliances of $2.99 or more from top brands like GE, Maytag, and LG. The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
I'm here with Casey Kane to introduce the Allstate Safe Driving Bonus Check. Just drive safe for 6 months.
And Allstate will send a check right to your mailbox.
Because the best drivers in the world deserve it. Wow. Like I said, accident forgiveness, part of Your Choice Auto, only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Great, just one more. I'm super sorry about your commercial.
Race fans, log on to NASCAR.com and see how you can customize your own driver apparel items. Only at the NASCAR.com Superstore, the official online store of NASCAR.
Just as racing technology has changed throughout the years,
broadcast technology is changing too.
Getting ready for the racing season means getting ready for the switch to digital TV.
The switch will happen this February 17th. If you already have a digital TV, cable, satellite, or converter box, you won't be affected by this change.
But if you, a friend, a family member are still using rabbit ears, it's time to get that TV a tune-up.
Call 1-888-CALL-FCC for more information.
Make sure you call today so your TV won't be running on empty.
Welcome back. Big run on that 5 of Casey Mears trying to get by him now. We moved up to the 14th spot. 18 of Kyle Busch is on pit road. You see a little bit of debris hanging off the back of that race car. Probably just a little tape. Here in the 99, going to be coming in about 5 laps. That's your race leader. See, Mark Martin has made the way down pit road. They're servicing that race car. Haven't heard a lot out of the radio from Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Eury Jr. as far as what they need to do and when they're coming on the pit road, but we would suspect it would be in the next 5 or 6 laps.
Outside, still there at your door, middle of the track, still there at your bumper, still there, clear, all clear. Still all clear.
Clinton Boyer is going to be making his way onto pit road now. Jamie McMurray, who was running second, he's on pit road. Again, last time they were on pit road, Dale Jr. said, don't bring me in when that 83's there. Here in the 16, who's running second, he's going to be coming on pit road. Kevin Harvick's on pit road.
Remember, Rick, Dale Jr. has a few laps on some of these cars because he was able to come back in there to tighten, make sure all the wheels were tight because of that vibration. Some of the other guys stayed on the racetrack. Our first pit stop was lap 52, which was very comparable with a lot of guys. And then we came in 6 laps later, so should have maybe 5 or 6 laps more fuel than some of these other cars do.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., because of that, still out on the racetrack. He's moved up to the 5th spot. Right now, if a caution were to come out, Jimmy Johnson will get his lap back. But as quickly as I've said that.
They're all clear by 7 there. You're going to be clear by 10 over the 1 car. He's going to be the first car coming on tires. They're all kind of down.
That has changed because the 48 is now on pit road.
Clear by 1 there, over the 1.
Sure don't want to stay out too long, though, and let these guys with these fresh tires run a couple seconds
Go inside
faster.
there, got the 1 going to the bottom there. Inside the 1, be clear behind him.
Again, fresh tires on that one of Martin Truex Jr. Hearing NASCAR is checking for debris in turn number 2.
I can see it from here, I think, Rick.
I'm guessing Dale Jr. could see it too. Right now,
got the 15.5 back. He's also got tires there running the bottom.
Only 15 cars on the lead lap.
Inside the 15, be clear behind him. Hit next down by. Still inside there, still inside. Be clear behind him if he gets you there. And the O2 about 12 back there. Pit next time by. So clear by 12, clear by 12.
And on to pit road, Dale Earnhardt Jr. will come.
Here we go, 4,200 at the cone, 4,200, 4,200.
Over the wall, guys getting ready to go over, and actually NASCAR's allowed an 8th driver, or excuse me, an 8th man over the wall.
All right,
to service the driver.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, come on in.
Trying to free this car up a little bit. Remember, Jr. talked about it being a little bit tight.
4,200 at the cone. Blend off at 2, 4,200. All right, stay low there until 2. Stay low, still got some cars coming here. Get the 41 coming outside, get the 20 and the 47 coming hard at the bottom behind him. Outside the 20, 47's 2 behind him. Outside, clear by 1, coming outside. Outside. All clear, the 11, 12 back.
So our green flag
still
pit stop.
There, still there, clear.
On lap 117. Dale Jr. back to the 22nd spot.
Outside, all clear.
Race leader Carl Edwards again after the pit stops have cycled through. Now has a 2-second lead over Jamie McMurray and closing in on our back bumper. We'll be right back.
Are you going to go for it? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
No, crazy is not connecting your new flat screen to DirecTV. Clark switched, and now he gets all his favorite channels in HD.
I'm in deep.
A man with that much HD is such a turn on.
On average, get 3 times more HD channels than cable. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
There's a craftsman in all of us.
Boom, 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 boom. You knocked me out, right off of my feet. Boom, boom, boom.
A race car driver feels 800 pounds of force at every turn. How does Dale Jr. overcome it? Energy focused control. Amp yourself.
Sweet mother.
Let there be goosebumps. Let there be goosebumps and pre-race jitters and fingernails bitten down to the nub. Let there be underdogs and alpha dogs. Let there be real-life action heroes, non-stop chase scenes, and bragging rights that change hands with every lap. Let there be simmering rivalries and burning rubber. And let there be just enough goosebumps to tide us over until the next green flag drops.
All the way against the wall, at your door. Your bumper's clear, all clear.
Welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway. The fans having fun here. Right now, not so much fun for Dale Earnhardt Jr. as he's running 20th on the racetrack and just maybe 2.5 seconds in front of race leader Carl Edwards. So Carl Edwards is closing in on the back bumper of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Carl has now put 3.2 seconds between he and his teammate, and look at the points difference. 64 points is all that separates Jimmy Johnson and Carl Edwards. Jimmy Johnson running 29th on the racetrack, and he has scored a lap down. This is for position. Dale Jr. trying to take it away from Tony Stewart to the outside.
Side by himself. Good job. At your door. Still there at your door. Still there. Still inside all the way in the bottom there. At your door. You're pulling him at your bumper. Still there. Clear, all clear. Good job.
Up to 19th now for Dale Jr. He's put another car between he and race leader Carl Edwards. Three cars, a very strong run from Roush Fenway Racing. Carl Edwards, Jamie McMurray, and Greg Biffle. They're 1, 2, 3. David Rudiman also having a great run in that number 44 as he sits 4th. Now then it's Clint Boyer in 5th. Juan Pablo Montoya in 6th. Kyle Busch is 7th. Jeff Gordon running 8th. 9th is the one of Martin Truex Jr. and Brian Vickers rounding out our top 10. Jimmy Johnson telling Chad Canals moments ago he thinks his car's better. They'll need to fight to get back on the lead lap. See the difference between Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Inside by himself. Good job. At your door. At your bumper. Clear.
Dale Jr. and that 99 of Carl Edwards. Get race leader Carl Edwards just behind us.
It made it slick on the right rear end and all, but didn't help the center. All right.
Dale Jr.'s a little bit free in and off the corner and a little bit tight in the center of the corner, especially down in 3 and 4. And that's about how it was when the race started before the first pit stop. Then once we got the second pit stop out of the way, when Junior felt the vibration, that made it tighter than it was before. So it sounds like the car's going back a little bit towards the way it was when the race started, which the car was very, very fast. And right now, the last few laps, I've been watching Dale Jr., and he's ran very, very comparable lap times to Carl Edwards, the leader of the race.
Run faster. Simple.
Take a look at the
Dale
comparison.
Jr. just confirmed that he said he feels like he's going faster, and that is indeed what's going on.
Ran the exact same lap time on lap 128 as Carl Edwards. Was a little quicker on 127, a little quicker on 125. So extremely comparable lap times between race leader Carl Edwards and Dale Jr. now running 18. Again, the track position was lost when we had to come back down pit road on the first caution of the day. It was on lap 57. It's the only caution we have had in this race. It's a fairly quick race up to this point. It was for fluid that was on the racetrack, 41 of Reed Sorensen, dumping some fluid on the track, and so they cleaned that up. We have been green ever since. But we did come down when that caution came out. We came back down on pit road, and that dropped us back into the 21st position, 22nd position when we restarted, and so
No pressure from behind there. Nobody coming there.
Dale Jr. has been trying to battle forward from that, but with no cautions. And
Still outside there. Entry door. Still there. Still there. Still outside. Still there. Clear.
You know, it's funny, Rick, as the racetrack cools off, we're getting reports from a lot of different drivers that their cars are getting looser and looser, and some guys are talking about the cars being real loose.
go by Joey Logano one more time. Logano 2 laps down, scored 40th. There's that 41 in the upper right corner of your screen, Reed Sorensen. There was smoke coming out of his race car. There was some fluid that was dumped, but must have been a loose line that they were able to tighten and get him back out on the racetrack, because there are no cars that are off the racetrack right now. All 43 cars still running. Reed Sorensen scored 4 laps down to our race leader, Carl Edwards. Everyone chases Carl Edwards, but he's awfully hard to catch here in Texas. We'll be right back with more. Stay with us.
It's built better than it needs to be. Go to your local Napa Auto Parts store.
You'll find they have the smartest people in the business.
Have parts for any... Oh, I'm beat.
What?
We have been putting some serious time in here.
Ron, we've been at it for like 15 seconds.
I know, Mike. I'm just not used to working this long.
Ah, yes, the Geico Gecko in migration, driven by primal instinct to help people save hundreds of dollars on their car insurance.
Hey, do you see that guy over there? He's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Gotta be kidding me.
Oh. What a clever creature.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
America, it's time to make a choice.
I'm proud to be an American.
So choose ABC Monday at 8/7 Central. It's a first. The Battle of Team Dances.
Attack.
It's Lance, Cody, and Susan versus Brooke, Maurice, and Warren.
Warren is picking up competitors and throwing them across the room.
But who will swing your vote?
Some of you looked hip, and some of you looked hip replacement.
Dancing with the Stars live Monday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
This is the world's most powerful ATV. It has the best power steering, the highest horsepower, the smoothest ride, the largest wheels, the highest clearance, and the most pulling power. Introducing the Polaris Sportsman XP, the world's most powerful ATV.
Boom, 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 boom. You knocked me out, right off of my feet. Boom, boom, boom.
A race car driver feels 800 pounds of force at every turn. How does Dale Jr. overcome it? Energy Focus Control. Amp yourself.
Sweet mother.
Welcome back. Continuing to go around and around at Texas Motor Speedway on lap 141 of the 334 scheduled. That sun just about to go behind the grandstands and skyboxes here at Texas Motor Speedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. holding on to an 18th spot. Next spot for position would be the 31 car of Jeff Burton, who is in front of him about 1 second. Dale Jr. about 2.5 seconds in front of Carl Edwards. We talked about him running about the same lap times as Carl. As we try to go by one of the slower lap cars on the racetrack, that's Scott Speed. He's 2 laps down right now to race leader Carl Edwards. The high line for Dale Earnhardt Jr. through turns 1 and 2, and he gets the run off of 2 and able to go by the 84. We've seen multiple lines. Tony Stewart has just gone a lap down. He was running, or is still running 19th, but now a lap down.
I tell you, Rick, there's some good cars right now that have gone a lap down. We've got Tony Stewart, as you mentioned, A.J. Allmendinger, Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin. Caution flag on the racetrack. Just what we needed.
Debris in turn 2.
Debris is the call once again on lap 144. And so our second caution of the day has come out.
A little bit loose. Just a touch loose in, and it didn't help the center at all. All right, 10-4. We moved the track bar up there on the end, so we'll just put that back, and we'll crank around in the right rear, try to take a little bite out of it. Okay. I get caught up here. The speed starts down there, turn 1.
You heard Tony Jr. said they were going to undo.
Like weird beep. No beeping. About to have a bad battery or something on your end. 10-4. I'm going to swap stuff out after we hit here.
Tony Jr. is going to undo that track bar change from the last pit stop. And then
Half in the right rear. In the right rear, come back up on the track bar. What you just did. Half back up on the track.
Yeah.
Track bar back down a half. Track bar down a half. Half around in the right rear.
That's a half around to screw the jack bolt down a half round, which takes about a half round a wedge out of the car and lower that track bar back a half round.
So change is about to be made for
helmet fans. Only about doing half the job it's supposed to do.
Dale Jr. talking about the air going into his helmet.
4,200.
Now there are 18 cars on the lead lap. And yes, Dale Earnhardt Jr. has scored 18th now.
4,200 here at the line. That 31's going to peel off. I'll tell you when. I'll tell you when you get ready to peel off. pull in here, 4,200.
And that 31 was just in front of us on the racetrack. We'll see how they do.
That's 83. Nose to these. 10 away.
They're doing an adjustment to their race car.
Right there, whoa.
About 13 seconds for that 31 of Burton. To the left side go the over-the-wall crew for Dale Jr.
Okay, go ahead. All clear, no pressure, 4,200.
We'll come back out behind the 31 and be able to race him on the racetrack.
So yeah, the important thing is, Rick, though, that did not go that lap down. Dale Jr. was the next car, it looked like, to go a lap down. So great news. Now we're back up with some adjustments made.
We're trying to get the handling right on this race car. Get a little bit better. Again, starting off this race, Dale
They're
Jr.
talking about a piece of debris halfway down the backstretch on the upper dotted line there. Just keep your eye out for it. I'm going to swap one cable out real quick.
TJ Major's going to swap the batteries on his radio. Thought he was hearing a beeping. You hear that in your headset when the batteries are going low. Dale Jr. was running very strong at the very beginning of this race. It moved up into the top 5, was running 3rd. And then after the first pit stop under green flag conditions, felt like there was a vibration. Didn't think the wheel was secure, and so the second time they came on pit road was actually under the first caution, which was on lap 57 is when that came out. So they came onto pit road, put 4 fresh tires on it, and that dropped him back into the 20s as far as where he was racing, and so has not been able to gain on that track position ever since that second time on pit road. We've been on pit road 4 times. Let's see how these adjustments work when we come back to Texas Motor Speedway.
Carpet's gonna freeze.
Low-quality discount gasolines can leave behind engine gunk. Shell stops gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best.
Kevin, what you guys doing?
Looking for engine gunk?
I hate engine gunk.
We know you do.
Looks like this driver does too.
That's not your car?
Nope. Later.
Okay, odds are if you're one of the people in America with a pickup truck, it ain't a luxury, it's a way of life. And chances are you're not making your money pushing a pencil or hand modeling. You're actually working for every dollar and need your truck. So at a time when gas is more expensive than bourbon and you gotta get more done in less time, it'd be nice if there was a truck that had more to offer than just payload, towing, and mileage numbers. Well, the Eagle has landed. Say hello to the all-new 09 F-150. It ain't just about numbers and brute strength. It's about doing things no truck has ever done before. It can help load cargo, find lost tools, connect you to the internet, squeeze more out of a gallon of gas, and keep your trailer from shaking like a plate full of Jell-O. This thing is 5,000 pounds of, hey, can I give you a hand with that? And oh yeah, guess what? Towing, payload, mileage, nobody's got better numbers. The truck game has officially changed, and your unfair advantage is right here. It's not just a new truck, it's a new F-150.
Race fans, now you can customize your own driver apparel items only at the NASCAR.com Superstore, the official online store of NASCAR. Customize a t-shirt or fleece any way you want it. Add your name, favorite driver's number, signature, and even sponsor logos. With a wide variety of drivers to choose from, you can make your gear unique to you. Shop driver gear and merchandise today and get free shipping when you spend $100 or more. Only at the NASCAR.com Superstore.
NASCAR.com, your home for everything NASCAR.
Welcome back to NASCAR Hotpass, exclusively on DirecTV. Dale Earnhardt Jr. topped off just before we're going back to green flag racing.
All right, pace cars in. All right, get ready. Get ready. Crank on green.
TJ Majors bringing it to the green flag.
Still one inside there, one inside. Still inside.
A little bit of pit
All the
strategy.
way on the bottom there. So all clear in front of you. Enter your door. Enter your door. Still there.
By the 83 of Brian Vickers took only
Still
2
inside
tires.
there.
and runs second on the racetrack to Carl Edwards.
Still lined up inside. Yep, 2 inside there, 2 inside, 2 inside. Just 1 inside on the bottom, 22 viewing outside now, lined up inside. Still inside, 1 inside there. That's your bumper still there, you're pulling him, still there, all clear, checking up a little bit in front of you there, all clear, looking back inside, 1 inside.
Running a little bit higher line than Jeff Burton. Again, that's 4th position just in front of us.
All clear. Inside at your bumper, 21 car there. Still inside at your bumper, still there. You're pulling him, still there, all clear.
Bill Elliott in that 21 this week. Junior still trying to get by the slower lap traffic.
Still inside there, at your door, at your bumper, clear, all clear.
Jeff Burton went to the inside of the 43. Now Dale Jr. moves down there as
still
well.
Outside at your door, 43. Just a 78 now at your door. Still there, still at your door, at your bumper. Still there, still outside there at your bumper. 78 car. Still there, clear.
Joe Nemechek in that 78 this week. Jeff Burton with a good run there in front of us. Trying to reel him in for the 17th spot. Again, it's Carl Edwards that's been dominant here at Texas Motor Speedway today. His teammate Greg Biffle has now moved up into the 2nd spot. Ryan Vickers, after only changing 2 tires, has dropped all the way back to 4th. Jamie McMurray back up to 3rd. Vickers 4th. Clint Boyer in 5th. Then it's Kyle Busch in 6th. David Rudiman's dropped back to 7th. Juan Pablo Montoya is 8th. Martin Truex Jr. 9th. And the 6th of David Reagan rounds out our top 10.
There you go. Inside of 31 there. Still there. Clear behind him.
Almost able to get by that 31, but the 15 of Paul Menard puts the block on us. So we're not able to get by that time.
Back there. So all clear, all clear. Outside there, at your door. Still there at your bumper. Still there, clear.
Able to get by Paul Menard.
Rick, it's amazing how difficult it is in all this dirty air with all this traffic to get by these people, number one, and to run lap times. I mean, right now when Dale Jr. is mired in this heavy traffic, that clean air for Carl Edwards, if he's able to run almost a second faster than Dale Jr. is.
All clear.
This last lap about 7/10 of a second. It's amazing what how difficult it is to make some time with trying to run around all these cars and get past these lap down cars, as well as the guys like Jeff Burton running ahead of us.
Yeah, we were able to get by Reed Sorensen there in that 41 because he just came out and hit the wall in turn 4. We had a good shot of it. So he dropped back quickly. He was on the outside of that 31 of Jeff Burton and just slid up the racetrack and slammed the right side into the wall coming out of turn 4. So Dale Jr. able to get by him fairly easily after he slowed way down. About 10 laps away from the halfway point of this one. It's been a great race up front. Carl Edwards has been strong all day.
So clear by 4 with a 77.
Talked earlier about that 41 hitting the wall. Let's take another look at that. It happens just in front of us in the upper left. Just kissing that right rear side, and then he decided to back off.
Clear by 2 there, runs that middle groove of 1, doing it bigger. We're not even racing for position. Clear by 1, inside, 77.
Here it is from Dale's vantage point right there, hitting the wall, and then he slows way down, losing all that momentum. Dale Jr. back to the middle of the racetrack through 1 and 2. Still trying to close the gap between he and that 31. We go way up the racetrack at 3 and 4, right along the wall, trying to keep that momentum up.
Rick, I've been keeping an eye on Brian Vickers, who only put 2 tires on in that pit stop, and he's only fallen back to the 4th position. He restarted 2nd, has only fallen back to 4th, and he's running very comparable lap times to just about everybody, with the exception of Carl Edwards, who has that clean air. Carl's able to run a little bit faster, but Brian Vickers doing pretty well with 2 tires.
And still, as we close in on the halfway point of this race, we have not had a caution come out for an accident. We've had 2 cautions for debris on the racetrack, and there are still 43 cars running around this 1.5 miles. 55 of Michael Waltrip just in front of us. There's a lap down race car. Jimmy Johnson continues to fight as he runs 23rd now, and there are 20 on the lead lap, so Jimmy Johnson is 2 away from the Aaron's lucky dog spot. If he could get a lap back, get back on the lead lap.
We've got Kurt Busch right now, who's on the tail end of the lead lap, Rick, and he's not too far in front of Carl Edwards. If Carl was to get by Kurt Busch, and that would put Jimmy Johnson probably seconds from being in position to get that lucky dog. Right now, he is not that far behind A.J. Allmendinger, who is the first car 1 lap down. He's only about 2.3 seconds away from him.
Continued coverage from Texas Motor Speedway. Stay with us here on Hotpass.
All clear.
When you want to get away,
Both.
Enterprise will pick you up and get you going to romantic weekends. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Now through Wednesday, get 10% off all appliances of $299 or more from top brands like GE, Maytag, and LG. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
Welcome, everybody, to the Wakeboard Challenge. Here comes our first run.
Coming in heel side 540, nice.
Let's see what Team Fault can do. Check out this guy. Coming in heel side 540, very nice. Let's check that on the slow-mo. He's got great rotation. It's a rear hand rainbow trout grab. And it looks like he saved a little puppy. I think that's a Chihuahua, Tom.
Ay, caramba, Jimbo. That's incredible.
Fault, all the quench with an extra kick for those who get it done.
And then some.
Now the chase for the Sprint Cup comes to you with NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile. Dropkick yourself into the drama with live race radio, real-time stats, and live team chatter. Only from Sprint and only on the Now Network.
Monday, a new romance begins as a new client.
Let's close this deal.
Becomes a lot more.
We had drinks and then we had dinner. And you slept with them to sell them a building.
A whole lot more.
Please don't tell my mom.
All new Samantha Who, Monday, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC. Coming to ABC.
Nobody died!
The doctors of Scrubs have found a better place to operate.
It's all right. It's perfectly natural. That was you.
Scrubs. All new episodes coming to ABC.
And welcome back. Halfway point for Dale Earnhardt Jr. as well as the rest of the field. Dale Jr. still holding on to that 18th spot. He was able to get by the 20 of Tony Stewart. There are 20 cars on the lead lap. Carl Edwards was able to get by Kurt Busch and put him a lap down. So now Jimmy Johnson a long ways back from that opportunity of the lucky dog, the free pass. Jimmy Johnson still running 23rd on the racetrack compared to second in the points, but leading this race, Carl Edwards. Hearing the 7 car has brushed the wall once again. So hoping that no debris has fallen off of that race car. Since that happened, we told you about the fact that this is an interactive channel. So those of you watching at home, and if you've got questions about some of the things we're talking about or that you're seeing on the screen, go ahead and fire an email at us at hotpass@directtv.com and give your name, where you're from, and we'd love to answer those questions. Rodney from Memphis, Tennessee sent us a question about the tires. He said, how much are the tires falling off as far as lap times from when they come out of pits after just changing 4 tires until the end of a run?
Still outside there, up by the wall, at your door. Still there, the 12 car at your door up there. Be clear up behind them.
When they've got to come back in for fuel, Phil?
Probably about 2 seconds overall. Right now we've run a little bit over 20 laps since our last pit stop. Probably 20 green flag laps. And the cars are about a second slower than they were right after that pit stop. And then by the time we go about 50 laps, 55 laps, they'll probably fall off another second. Now the racetrack is cooling off, Rick, right now, so we may not see as much give up towards the end of this run that we saw when the sun was out. But basically during the same conditions, about 2 seconds of give up we will see from the start, right after a pit stop, to right before the next pit stop.
Outside, still there, your bumper clear.
Dale Jr. was able to get by that 24. Here's the lap times. Last 4 laps. Best lap time today for Dale Jr. is 29.97. So again, about what Phil is talking about, a little over 2 seconds the drop off the start of the run to the end of the run. So Rodney, thank you for that question. And again, fire any questions at us. hotpass@directtv.com. We'd love to answer your questions. Now, one of the other things about tires, we knew that Brian Vickers came in this last time and only put 2 tires on. We were wondering how that was going to work for him. He was running in the top 5, but just recently Brian Vickers had to come back to pit road, and so maybe that was a tire issue for Brian Vickers. With that aggressive strategy, it may come back to bite him, because now Brian Vickers will be scored a lap down here shortly. Actually, down a lap down.
Ricky came back in and put right side tires on, and that was the tires that he had changed on his pit stop. So he's in our very next pit here. I'll check in with these folks in the Red Bull pit and see what happens.
So we will figure out why he had to come back down. Maybe a vibration where they thought they might not have got all the lug nuts tight, but it seemed as though he was pretty competitive with just the right side tire change. So a lot of guys will be looking to see what took place with that team and see if that's an option at any time during this race, if you can do just a 2-tire stop.
Rick, I checked in with the Red Bull guys, and they said that Brian thought he had a tire going down, but they checked the tires over and there didn't seem to be anything wrong with the tires. So don't know, maybe if he got into some fluid that somebody may have dropped in the racetrack, but Brian thought he had a tire going down. As you mentioned, he was running in the top 5, made an unscheduled pit stop, and apparently nothing wrong with the tires.
And now he has scored a lap down in the 23rd position, just a spot behind the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Still trying to get by that 31 of Jeff Burton. You see us closing in on his back bumper once again. We've moved up to 16th. 18 cars on the lead lap, and the final car on the lead lap is the 20 of Tony Stewart. He is 24.4 seconds behind race leader Carl Edwards. That means he's about 7 seconds in front of him. So he's got to be on his toes and up on the wheel as Carl Edwards is making some extremely quick laps around this racetrack. Tony Stewart talking about being way too loose right now. So a difficult condition as he's got the 99 chasing him around Texas Motor Speedway. Jeff Burton, real close call there with the wall coming out of turn 2. Take a look at this out of turn 4 last time. the wall. Same thing riding along. A little kiss of the wall coming out of turn 4. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Then he said,
enough! Put together a game plan.
He ate better, exercised,
And real fast. 245 pounds.
245 pounds.
That's twice what I weigh.
Gone.
Jared, for taking it off.
I'm keeping it off.
10 years.
Practically a lifetime.
Great job, Jared.
Way to go, Jared.
Bravo.
10 years and 245 pounds later, congrats, Jared, on an amazing feat. Happy to help with our mouth-watering low-fat subs. Subway. Eat fresh.
Congratulations. You knew a lot about this car.
I did my research on cars.com. Seriously, their consumer reviews and dealer locator really helped.
Feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Plus, now I don't have to use Plan B.
What's Plan B?
I was gonna have a witch doctor shrink your head if you didn't give me what I wanted.
Hey, Jay, can I take off? I got a tiny head.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Sorry about that. I should get him out of here.
Right.
Wednesday, November 12th, America's biggest stars are coming to the one event that brings the whole country together, the CMA Awards. Come on! For the first time, Brad Paisley and Keith Urban take the stage together. Kid Rock rocks his mega hit, and Carrie Underwood, the Eagles, Taylor Swift, Kenny Chesney, and Sugar Land perform live. Plus, a surprise appearance that will have everyone buzzing.
Hosted by Brad Paisley.
Carrie Underwood.
Come on! You gotta be there. The CMA Awards live, Wednesday, November 12th, 8/7 Central on ABC.
Oh, could everyone please aim their remote at one of these slow images? Now pick a fast one. Excellent. You've now demonstrated for yourself the difference between DSL and Roadrunner High-Speed Online. Add all these extra features over our advanced fiber network, and you'll see why Roadrunner zooms past DSL every time.
Call Time Warner Cable for special savings on Roadrunner High-Speed Online. Don't delay. Call today. Time Warner Cable, the power of you.
The NBA season is back. From October 28th through November 4th. Check out NBA League Pass for free. Watch the top stars and your favorite teams wherever you live with a special free preview of opening week. Catch the best action from around the entire league every night. Don't miss the NBA League Pass free preview from DirecTV. October 28th through November 4th on channels 751 through 768.
Welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway. The 8th race in the chase for the Sprint Cup and the 34th race of the 2008 season. Dale Earnhardt Jr. running 16th. He is about 8 seconds in front of Carl Edwards, running in the 16th spot. Carl Edwards has lapped everyone up to the 18th position. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. is trying to get by the 31 of Jeff Burton. Put a little more cushion in between he and race leader Carl Edwards. Very quiet on the radio. Dale Earnhardt Jr. this run has not talked about the handling of the race car.
He said it wasn't rolling the center good enough a little while ago. Just that was all the comment he made, that just wasn't rolling the center well enough.
Again, Edwards trying to close the gap on Jimmy Johnson. It's 88 points is the difference now as Jimmy Johnson runs 21st on the racetrack. Still, Jimmy Johnson a lap down race car. If you're out of contention of winning the championship, you see out on the right side of your screen. If you're at least one race away from being eliminated, that's Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon. See your lap leaders. 122 laps led by Carl Edwards and only 148 laps to go in this race as we've completed 186 laps up to this point. It has been a dominant performance by Carl Edwards, and Roush Fenway Racing has figured out Texas Motor Speedway as Greg Biffle runs second, Jamie McMurray runs third. Right now, Matt Kenseth is in the 8th spot. David Reagan is in the 9th position. So a good day for Roush Fenway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. continuing to run that high line. Again, we've seen him brush the wall coming out of 4. Be a little bit of a difficult situation with the sun right now as he goes through 3.
Rick, as we have Carl Edwards leading here, would you believe the last 3 years, the driver that won at Atlanta came back the very next week here to Texas and won? Carl back in 05, Tony in 06, and Jimmy last year. Carl's trying to make it 4 years in a row to do the double between Atlanta and Texas.
Carl Edwards is doing everything he can to get back in this chase for the championship with Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson trying to separate himself from everyone. Coming into this race, he had a 189-point lead over Carl Edwards.
Real good lap, what you trying to 3 and 4 worked real good. 210. Took me in the corner. After all that silence, be careful doing that.
Again, we know Dale Jr. doesn't like to be talked to in the corner, especially after there was, like you said, all that silence on the radio.
I tell you, it takes so much concentration to drive these things, Rick, and especially with a line that Dale Jr. is running so close to the outside wall. It really takes a tremendous amount of concentration. And as he mentioned to TJ, you know, TJ hasn't said a lot lately because there hasn't been a whole lot of lap cars that Junior got by or cars that he's racing for position. So it's very, very difficult. And he's got the sun issue to deal with coming off turn 4 as well. So he wants to just be able to concentrate right now. But as TJ mentioned, he is running some better lap times than he was before, changing his line a little bit over in 3 and 4.
Trying to figure out the fastest way around Texas Motor Speedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. again running 16th. Still about 6.5, 7 seconds in front of Carl Edwards. He does not want to lose a lap to race leader Carl Edwards. He's got 2 cars behind him, one of those being Jeff Gordon right behind him, and then Tony Stewart is running 18th. There are 18 cars on the lead lap. Tony Stewart about 3 seconds in front of Carl Edwards.
Rick, I've been watching the lap times here. David Rudem in the last couple laps has been at least 3 or 4 tenths of a second faster than Carl, the leader.
So Rudem tries to reel in a dominant Carl Edwards. Can anyone else? Stay with us. We'll find out.
Now, for a limited time only, you can get amazing 0 APR financing on your favorite Toyota. That's 0% financing on 11 different models featuring Toyota's legendary quality. No other car brand can make this offer. So hurry in now and see how much 0 can save you on a new Toyota.
Saved by 0. Saved by 0.
On November 26th.
My boss said you're the man for the job.
Your boss got his facts wrong.
The job has never been tougher when you pass 75 feet from the car. The ride has never been faster.
Fasten your seatbelt.
And one man has never been in deeper. Jason Statham.
You didn't mention you bring company.
It's complicated.
With you, it's always complicated.
Transporter 3. Rated PG-13 in theaters everywhere, November 26th.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. You knocked me out. Right off of my feet. Boom, boom, boom.
A race car driver feels 800 pounds of force at every turn. How does Dale Jr. overcome it? Energy-focused control. Amp yourself.
Sweet mother.
Casey Kane. Where? Casey! There he is. There he is.
Even the best drivers could use accident forgiveness. Part of your choice auto insurance. Only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Hey, is there anything we could do to help? Anything.
Race fans, log on to NASCAR.com and see how you can customize your own driver apparel items. Only at the NASCAR.com Superstore, the official online store of NASCAR.
Welcome back. Everything's bigger in Texas. The Lone Star State. Texas Motor Speedway. Big speeds and a big performance so far by Carl Edwards as he has dominated here at this mile-and-a-half racetrack. Dale Earnhardt Jr. continuing to run in that 16th spot and closing the gap now on that 31 of Jeff Burton. Again, Burton running 15th, trying to break into the top 15 right now is Dale Earnhardt Jr. running that high line through 1 and 2 and then doing the same down on the other side of the racetrack. Look at the run he's got on Burton this time.
Inside, still there. Going to be all the way on the bottom here. All clear, good job.
Everyone talking about when they're going to come onto pit road. A few guys have already started making their way onto pit road. Remember, Dale Earnhardt Jr. restarted this segment as the last car on the lead lap, so they came in and topped off on lap 148, about 2 laps after the other lead lap cars came in. So he's got a little extra fuel, could go maybe a couple extra laps, and they might want to press that because right now they're not being pressed by the race leader, Carl Edwards.
You just can't afford to give up any time, though, Rick, with these cars with fresh tires on, because they'll run about a second and a half faster at least with these fresh tires. So if you stay out 3 laps longer, you know, there's 4.5 seconds.
This lap, the A car right in front of you is going to be pitting this lap.
So that you just don't want to be, you know, just don't want to have to give up that time.
Car was real tight there for a long time. 10-4, we're going to try to free you up just a little bit. That bite seemed to change how the bump stops worked in the front, Herbie.
Jimmy Johnson's made his way onto pit road. 31 of Jeff Burton also made the hard left turn and made it to pit road.
It's got a little tire rub. I hit the wall real hard with the right side, all 4. Got the 0-2 3-back coming with tires. How are we going to pit next time by? And 4 pit next time by. The 0-2 clear here 1 and 2. Then you got a big hole there. Inside.
Carl Edwards is also going to be on pit road this time.
All clear, lots of room, and this time by.
So they're going to try to free the race car up just a bit. Dale Jr. was talking about it being too tight.
4,200 here, 4,200 at the cone, 4,200.
Locked the tires up a bit there. Left front when he came up to the speed line on pit road.
10 away. Right, come left, right here, 4, 3, 2, 1, right there.
Took a little wedge out of the left side. And remember, DJ Richardson, our tire changes, left sides go on.
Okay, go hard, go. Clear all the way out. 4,200 to the cone, 4,200, merge off 2 there, stay low.
Another 13.5-second stop for Dale Jr. You guys will go to work checking the tire temperature.
Coming outside the 12 and the 20 are coming behind him there. Outside the 12, the 25 back there. 3 back, 2 back, coming outside. Be clear behind him. 15-7 behind you there now. Clear by 7.
Scored 18th when we went by the start-finish line, just behind that 20 of Tony Stewart. And the way the stops have cycled through, Jeff Gordon is behind us. And we'll see how far it is back to that 99 of Carl Edwards, who again is out in front of this field. Carl about 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds back from the 88. Leading this race. So we'll try to get in front of that 20 to put another car as a buffer between us and race leader Carl Edwards. You see the difference as Edwards running behind us as we enter turn 3 and coming out of turn 4. Stay with us as we go by the 20 here on Hotpass.
We're a triple tread tire event. But it was sunny just a minute ago.
Goodyear Triple Tread technology with 3 unique tread zones to help with changing weather conditions. Now get up to a $50 mail-in rebate with the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires, or double your rebate up to $100 when purchased on the Goodyear credit card.
Well, at least it's not. Let's go.
Innovative thinking up here so you can get there. Goodyear, get there.
Hi, I'm Denny Hamlin, proud member of the 2008 Gillette Young Guns. Congratulations to my team for winning last week's Gillette Time Shaver Challenge by spending the least amount of time on pit road.
Get into the race. Visit participating retailers to purchase specially marked Gillette Fusion razors that include one of 6 Gillette Young Gun trading cards. For more information, go to GilletteYoungGuns.com.
Precision on pit road. It's everything. The Gillette Time Shaver Challenge.
Since you guys taught me to drive, I'm gonna teach you to wrestle. This is a body slam. Not bad. These guys are phenomenal.
Start every day with Gillette Fusion Power Phenom. With Gillette's most comfortable shave, you'll feel phenomenal. Gillette Fusion Power Phenom, the only razor used by the Gillette Young Guns.
For even more comfort, use Gillette Fusion Hydrogel. Comfortable?
The bright lights of Vegas. The thrill of NASCAR. A pair that can't lose. NASCAR. Vegas, baby. The fastest weekend of the season. In the most exciting city in the world. Las Vegas Motor
Bush spins once, twice, 3 times.
Let it roll with NASCAR's top stars in Vegas. Call 800-644-4444.
Welcome back to NASCAR Hotpass, exclusively on DirecTV.
Rotors in the front, Junior. Okay.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. just talking about keeping the eye on the rotors in the front.
Just keep an eye on the glue. All right.
A little more communication taking place when we went to commercial break. We'd love you to listen in to that, so we will play it back for you now.
I think I got another loose wheel. We'll see. All right.
So again, thinking he might have a loose wheel, he said, we'll see. He's been quiet on the radio for the past 2 laps since he made that comment, and it looks like he might be a little loose coming out of 4. So they may have loosened that race car up.
Yeah, Tony Jr. definitely did try to loosen it up a little bit. Looked like he took a little bit of wedge out of the left rear of the car. Haven't got any feedback yet from Dale Jr. as to how the chassis is.
All clear.
Dale Jr. holding on to the 16th spot. He's got 2 cars behind him on the lead lap. One of those being his teammate. Jeff Gordon runs 18th right now, just in front of race leader Carl Edwards. And then it's the 20 of Tony Stewart running 17th.
That was uncharacteristic.
Right along the bottom of the racetrack through 3 and 4. We've seen him run a little bit higher line as the tires wear down a bit. And back to the bottom as he goes by.
Still there. Hit your bumper clear. All clear.
Sam Hornish Jr. Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to get a break here as he runs 16th, still on the lead lap. But at the tail end of it, as Carl Edwards is lurking behind him. Carl Edwards has been dominant today. We have just 117 laps of racing to go in this race. Carl Edwards has led a large portion of the 217 that we have run already.
Carl's doing what he has to do to try to challenge for this championship. Running up front, leading the most laps. If he can get the victory, and Jimmy right now is mired back in the 21st spot. If he can get this victory and Jimmy not have a top 15 finish, he'll put a pretty big dent in that huge lead Jimmy has right now.
Boy, 2 races remaining, and those 2 cars that were the buffer between Carl Edwards and us have now gone a lap down. And so we are the final car on the lead lap. Running in 16th, Carl Edwards will be behind us, trying to put us a lap down as well. Couple lap cars in between us and the 99. We try to put Joey Logano behind us as well, so that's another car that Carl will have to get by.
Clear. Come on, DJ, get to work, son.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. across the start-finish line. And as quickly as Dale has gone past the start-finish line, Carl Edwards is continuing to close that gap.
Just clear by 12 over the 99, runs the bottom on both ends.
You hear it, cleared by 12 over the 99. He's running down the same line that Dale Jr. is running now.
So clear by 10 there, clear by 10. Outside, middle of the track, all clear, all clear.
Now out of the back, off the back bumper of this 88 amp Energy Chevrolet, you see That 99 of Carl Edwards lurking. Caution to be great right now. Lap comparisons anywhere from 2 to 4/10 of a second have separated Dale Jr. and Carl Edwards, and at times running the same lap time. So a difficult situation for Dale Earnhardt Jr. right now.
Clear by 3 there. He just runs the group higher than you when you go to the bottom there. He's got a lot of big clearing behind him if he gets you there.
Dale Jr. now
clear by 2, clear by 1.
Fighting to stay on the lead lap. Carl worked to the outside. Again, Carl Edwards
trying to look outside there. Outside, outside. Stay clear behind him if he gets you. No pressure coming behind him. Second place is over straightaway back.
7.8 seconds the difference between Carl Edwards and David Rudiman. A strong run for David Rudiman today as he runs second, but it's Carl Edwards who's been dominant. We'll be right back.
New 09 F-150 are probably the same guys we all cheated off of in science class. We're thinking about pizza, they're thinking about aerodynamic wake properties. Crazy smart. Take fuel economy, for example. They gave it 21 miles per gallon. You can't get a truck with better mileage. And they didn't give up an ounce of power to get it. In fact, they actually increased the horsepower. Now that is some A-plus truck thinking. It's not just a new truck, it's a new F-150.
ABC Tonight, after devoting his life to keeping kids off the streets.
This week, we're in your corner, man.
This hero gets the biggest knockout of a makeover yet.
The most beautiful house in the world!
Extreme Makeover Home Edition, all new tonight, 8/7 Central on ABC.
McCain, Obama, the White House. For an election this historic, only ABC News, turning the crossroads of the world, Times Square, New York, into your super election headquarters. Charlie Gibson, Diane Sawyer, George Stephanopoulos, ABC Election Night.
Our team just got stronger.
I think Dale will be able to take it to a new level.
Become part of this winning team. The National Guard.
Hi, can I talk to Cash?
Cash doesn't live here.
When you see Cash, just tell him that he owes Allie and Tucker $1,600 in child support.
Wednesday on an all-new Friday Night Lights.
You accept this kid, the team is gonna accept him. I'm asking for your help.
McCoy, get in.
Have a drink, man. This is a party.
Wednesday, all new, commercial-free, only on the 101 Network, only on DirecTV.
Moving day is here, the most dreaded of days. Packing, unpacking, your mind in a haze. DirecTV knows how stressful moving can be, so we make keeping your entertainment both easy and free. For uninterrupted service of the shows you like best, just leave the dish behind and we'll handle the rest. Simply dial 877-616-MOVE and we'll throw in 3 months of HBO Stars and Showtime for free.
Watching.
And welcome back. Dale Earnhardt Jr. continuing this run and now scored a lap down. He is the highest scored lap down car on the track. Again, all 43 cars that started this race are still running. As we are closing in on the final 100 laps of this 334 lap race. And as soon as I make that comment about Dale Jr., the highest non-lead lap car, Mark Martin has just gone a lap down in front of us. So we would have to catch Mark Martin, get by him before a caution comes out to get the Aaron's lucky dog and get a free pass back to the lead lap. Carl Edwards has led the most laps and will get credited for 5 more bonus points for leading the most laps here today. Again, our interactive channel here on NASCAR Hotpass, exclusively on DirecTV. All you have to do is email us at hotpass@directtv.com. With any questions, make sure to give us your name and where you're from, your hometown, so that we can recognize you when you do send us those emails. We did get an email from
10 over the 9 car. He just got tires about 5 laps ago. He runs the bottom on both ends.
Andrew out of Nova Scotia asked, as the sun goes down and it gets dark, will Dale Jr. get more speed and more grip because of that darker condition on the racetrack, Phil?
I think he will, Rick. Obviously, the racetrack's cooling down because the sun's not beating down on it, as well as the air temperature, which will allow the engine to run better. So he definitely will get more grip and go faster, which is really good news for Dale Jr. But the only problem is the same thing applies to everybody else as well.
This is a pivotal position right here that we're racing against Mark Martin, trying to get in front of him because that would be for the free pass.
Good job. Still there. Clear. All clear.
He's able to get by, and as soon as we go by the 8s, it gets even more difficult because Jeff Burton now is a lap down. Carl Edwards continues to set that blistering pace in front of us. So we're scored 14th, which is great, but we're also a lap down, which isn't so great. Got another Hotpass email. Taryn out of Tampa, Florida, wants to know, we talk about the track bar. What is it? What does it do?
All clear, racing at 31.
The track bar is a long tubular piece of steel that hooks to the trailing arms, which is what the rear end housing sits on. That track bar will bolt to one of the trailing arms.
Free back there, still running the bottom.
On the left side of the car, and then to the frame of the car on the right side. As you can see, it keeps the rear tires in alignment within the body of the car, as well as the height of the track bar. Essentially, you would measure the center of the track bar, and that affects the roll center of the car. So if you raise that track bar, you raise the roll center. And if you lower that track bar, you lower the roll center. Both the front and rear of the car has a roll center. The front is fixed by the angles of your upper and lower control arms. The rear roll center can be adjusted by the height of that track bar, both left and right. Getting a report, Rick, that NASCAR is looking for debris, possible debris on the front stretch. I really don't see anything.
I hope they don't see anything until we get by that 31.
Yeah, then I'm pretty sure I'll see something then.
We obviously we're joking. If there's debris on the racetrack, debris on the racetrack, we want to make sure it is found. But we would like to be in position to get that free pass that NASCAR gives to the highest scored non-lead lap race car, and right now it's Jeff Burton, and we are just behind Jeff Burton on the racetrack.
Dale Jr. gained 0.3 of a second that time on Jeff Burton, so we've got him in our sights right now, but we've got to get there before Carl laps the next.
All clear. Good job, man. Go get him here. Caution's out. 78 is free back there. Caution is out.
And the caution comes out, and we are one spot away from that free pass.
I'd say Jeff Burton's probably the one that saw that debris.
Yeah, sorry about that. What do you need for your car right now? We ain't fixing nothing. All we're doing really is just making it turn in differently. It's not getting looser really in or off. It just turns in differently. It still slides the nose just as bad, just the same. The center
It did fix a little bit of the problem we was having with it being super duper tight in that last run, the run before this one. We worked on it a little bit there and helped that, where the bump stops are back to working together and helping the car kind of work the left front better. And but we haven't really helped the car yaw much. I lose the yaw in the center of the corner, and I have to really come to about quarter throttle and get the yaw back in the car. So it just needs, I mean, that last change wasn't a bad one. Just not enough, I don't think. All right.
Remember, Dale Jr. will have to stop Rick on the second time by. Only legal lap cars can stop the first time.
Just a few more laps, man, and I would have been able to pass him. And then they could have thrown their debris caution.
Yeah, you're coming there. You're going to get about 2-3 more laps.
Yeah.
Dale Jr.
That truck don't need to be doing that up there. That don't do nothing to make it dirty up there. I'm running right against one. Dirt on it right there. Till now. I wish to these racetracks.
Dale Jr. talking about the safety vehicle that was up cleaning right up against the wall.
For the debris laying up there and pick it up, but they don't need to be sweeping in the groove.
I totally agree with what Dale Jr. is saying. I mean, Dale Jr. is running up against the wall, so he's obviously, along with the other guys, are running up there, keeping that racetrack cleaned off. Essentially,
that 9 probably going to come back in, Tony Jr. Yep. 10-4.
A lot of times when you have a blow or something like
We
that,
need a good one, boys. Come out first here. Hold this position.
essentially all they do is blow stuff across the racetrack.
Yeah, 10-4. 4,200 here. 4,200, you're going to stop right behind the 9.
He's talking about the 9 of Casey Kane. He'll stop just in front of us in pit stall 2. We're in pit stall 3. So he'll have to maneuver.
4,200 at the cone. 4,200 right there.
We'll have to maneuver around if he's able to get out of his stall first. What we don't want is Casey Kane to try some short pitting where he gets toward the back of his stall, and that would cramp us from getting out.
10 away.
Well, he's definitely going to do that because he has Jeff Gordon coming in front of him.
3, 2.
We heard Dale Jr. call for a good one so he can get out there and be the first guy 1 lap down.
Go, 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 go. Go on to the grand.
4,200 there. 4,200. There you go.
Just under 13 seconds for the over-the-wall crew. A great
That's
stop.
2 laps down. Yes. See if he'll give me the lead. Ask me if he want to give up the lead spot to me.
Yes, he is 2 laps down.
I know. Get over in this pit. If you don't, he don't. But make a point to ask. All right.
Yeah, what Dale Jr. wants Casey Kane to do is let him go because he's 2 laps down. But on the other hand, you know, Casey Kane knows that being 2 laps down, he's not going to be in position to get a lucky dog, and he may think that he could jump out in front of the leader and earn one of those laps back and then be in position later on for a lucky dog. So it may be a situation where Casey will not give up that spot because he wants to try to get one of those laps back himself.
So they'll ask to see if Casey Kane will allow Dale Jr. to start just in front of him on this restart. So that
David Bryant, our car chief, Rick, ran over. Casey's pitted next to us. He ran over up on top of the pit box to talk to Casey's people and let him know. And he's relaying the message now to Tony Jr.
He's going to stay up there. Said he got in trouble last week.
Okay. No problem. I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, they gave him a problem last week. He let 1 car go and then NASCAR yelled him for not letting them all go.
So the reason that the question was asked is Casey Kane is 2
Said he
laps
ain't gonna
down.
mess with you though.
Yeah, cool.
Dale Jr.
All right, coming to the green. Got the 8 and 38 in your mirror.
Dale Jr. just 1 lap down, but he is the highest scored one lap down car.
There behind you.
Eight of Mark Martin just behind us.
Lights are back on. They got a piece of debris by the orange cone.
They're going to wave off this restart, Rick. They're not going to go. They will have one more lap of caution, and we'll give them one to go, I'm assuming, when they get here to the line.
So the reason we're in this position, once again, just to recap, after we came onto pit road under a green flag condition on lap 54, a caution came out on lap 57. When that caution came out on lap 57, Dale Jr. had mentioned during the run after he came off of pit road, he thought he had a loose wheel. And so he decided to ask the guys if he could come back down. He thought he needed to get that tire changed. He did. He came onto pit road for a second time on lap 58, and when he came back out, he was at the back of the lead lap cars, and so it was a difficult situation, and he was running back in about the 20 to 22nd position. So he had to battle from that position, and he has consistently been doing that. But Carl Edwards, because of the long green flag runs, has continued to put drivers lap down. And so with the continuation of Dale Earnhardt Jr. working his way up, Carl Edwards has been battling and putting lap cars down. And so it's a situation where
nice smooth shift. I'll call the green. Go get him.
There are only 13 cars now on the lead lap. We run 14th, but we are a lap down.
All right, pace cars in.
We only have 90 laps to go now.
All right, get ready. Get ready. Crank a crank.
Need to try to get the standing position here.
Outside the 99. Just the 99 there. Still there's your door. Still there. Still there's your bumper, the 99 car. On your tight there, it's your bumper. Still there. Clear.
We are now on the lead lap.
The 9's got a black flag there. You're all clear. You're all clear.
The 9 jumps the restart, gets the black flag. So a difficult situation for Casey Kane, but because of that, we're out in front now of the 99.
First time Dale Jr.'s had clean air this entire race. Once the 9 gets out of the way.
There we go.
There we go.
Caution is out there.
That'll do it right there.
Clear by 3. Good job.
Wreck on the front stretch, including
Way to earn it.
the 28.
Simple.
Actually, Dale Jr.
Right, look at the grill real quick and make sure it's clean. A lot of debris.
10-4. Looking at it right now. We'll clean the grill and everything. It's, you know, it's free. We ain't got to go tell him longest line or nothing.
Okay. You're right. All right. Well, I know a bunch of guys won't stop, so we don't have a chance of gaining a whole lot. But the car's just a little bit tight still. You can free that up just a little bit more if you want. It's way better running out front. Jesus. It's so bad how bad. It's so bad to put the aero push in these cars. Get out front, man. You pedal down. But until it gets the front down for us, I need to try to get the front end down in the racetrack, working a little bit better. Okay.
Carl Edwards having a little fun with Brett Bodine there. Brett Bodine's the pace car driver. A little bump drafting there. The 28 is the reason for this caution. Travis Quapple turned around. You see the donut on the right side.
We're going to put the right rear. We're going to put that half of rubber in the right rear, and then we'll move the track bar down to half around. Just kind of keep it from getting slick on you, but then that'll make that left front work for you.
Whole half, huh? That thing was pretty bad. Everything was pretty bad at making it turn in practice. Not sure if I need all that, but tempo. I was thinking about some air in the right rear.
Yeah, we've been putting air in it, and it ain't been really responding. That last little deal right there was some air on the left side.
Yeah. Well, car's still snug a little bit. It could roll center better. Yaw out better. Put it in. Go ahead and do your changes. Here we come.
big rubber. Put it in. Half a round down on the track bar, 4 tires. Clean the grill open. What's your water temp?
210. I think we're okay.
We didn't see anything on the front of the race car. So it'll go to work. Pretty big change here, Phil.
Got to stay in his box. Stop short. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2. Right there.
Yeah, Tony Jr. wants to change something to make something happen. Not really affecting the car a whole lot. You heard Dale Jr. talk about the clean air, which is what we were talking about when that caution came out. Dale Jr. first time he really had seen clean air the entire race, and he mentioned how much difference it is when you're back behind traffic and get all that aero tightness.
4,200 to the cone there. All clear.
Tony Jr. knows that Dale Jr. is going to be back there with all that.
Going to be one to go when you get
cars.
back over to the line. We should be lining up behind the 31.
This is going to make a pretty big change here to see if he can change this car again. The racetrack's cooling off. The air is cooling off all the time, so he wants to stay in front of that too.
And again, the change that was made there, we saw the right rear tire changer spend a lot of time underneath the wheel well there. He put a rubber in. There's actually a piece of rubber that's hanging on the spring that's on that right side, and so he was able to push that rubber in between the coils, and that makes that spring stiffer. Phil?
Tony Jr., it's amazing how you can keep adjusting and keep adjusting. There's not really all that much that changes the thing. That's why you're going to make a pretty significant change with that spring rubber.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we've been fighting all year. When we start the race loose, we can just change the position of the loose, and that's why we kind of wanted to start this race tight, and we were lucky enough to be able to do it. So now we're just moving the tight around, but the rubber did quite a bit in practice the other day from the center off, and we were kind of just had it there hanging for when it gets dark here, and starting to get there, and now's a good chance. So it should turn a lot better off the corner right here and make the left front work a little better, so we'll see what happens.
I was talking about when he got out in front of Carl there and ran those couple laps before that spin on the front stretch, that's really the first time he's seen clean air this entire race, and then he remarked how when he's back there in dirty air, how difficult it is with that aero push.
Yeah, it's crazy with this car. The difference from starting up front and starting mid-pack is just tremendous, and you know, it's kind of why we went to this car. We had such a problem, but it's actually gotten worse. So you know, it's what everybody's got to deal with, and we just got to stay up front. We won't have that problem.
But thanks.
All right.
Still continuing to clean the racetracks. Lights come back on the pace car. They'll go around one more time before they will see the green flag. Again, that rubber in the right rear is going to stiffen that spring up that is already in the right rear and should loosen the car up, Phil. Is that kind of the goal that we're going for here?
He just wants to stiffen that right rear and basically get that right rear corner up, the spoiler or the wing up a little bit, entering the corner, maybe to tighten it up a little bit. And yet, once it loads, to try to get that thing to turn better. Dale Jr. was talking about how much that really helped the car turn in practice when they put that rubber in there. So that's what Tony Jr. decided to do here, again trying to keep up with the racetrack, because he already anticipated possibly putting it in because it was already hanging there under the car, and DJ just pushed the thing in when the car came down pit road and took the right rear tire off. The grill looks completely clean. Heard Dale Jr. talk a few moments ago that the water temperature is around 210, so that's right, well within the operating range. So I think right now everything's good, but again, he's going to be mired behind all this traffic. The nice thing was that Dale Jr. was able to get that lap back on his own. He will not have to restart this race from the tail end of the longest line, as we heard Tony Jr. tell him, because he was in front of Carl when the caution came out. Mark Martin, who was a lucky dog recipient, will have to start at the tail end of the longest line, which is the inside line where the lap down cars are.
And right now there are 15 cars scored on the lead lap. Back to green flag racing here.
You want it?
See our teammate right now, Jeff Gordon, is in the exact same position that we were before the last caution, although he is not out in front of Carl, but he is the highest scored car not on the lead lap.
So clear by hanging up here there, no pressure at all. Just one inside the 66 car, just one inside there.
Right now, Jeff Gordon is in position to get the lucky dog if the caution were to come out.
Dale Jr. still trying to get by that 31 of Jeff Burton. Burton goes to the bottom of the racetrack, has to check up because of the cars in front of him. Dale Jr. with a run on the outside.
There you go. Outside by himself there. Good job. Inside, still there. Enter bumper, still there. Still inside. Still there at your door. Enter bumper. 31 car, all clear.
Now move to the outside of that 55.
There you go. Enter door. Enter bumper, clear.
So up to 13th goes Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now sets his sights on that one of Martin Truex Jr. right in front of him. Bottom of the racetrack. We'll work around Paul Menard and that 15 on our outside.
So clear by 3 to the 31. Clear by 1 to the 31.
This is what's frustrating when he's got a car in front of him, 15 of Paul Menard, as he's trying to work his way by him. Paul is 2 laps down. Dale Jr. obviously on the lead lap, and that's what's frustrating when you're out there.
Still there at your door. Still there at your bumper. Still there, clear.
I'd like for these guys to give you a break, but you had to follow that 15 car for 3 laps to get by him.
And now he'll have to go by the 12 of Ryan Newman, who's in front of him. Newman also 2 laps down.
But again, even though these cars are not on the same lap as us, you still have the dirty air situation, that aero push that Junior was talking about.
And how different it is than when he was out in front. NASCAR once again looking on the racetrack to see if there's debris on the track. That's what they're hearing from a few drivers. More than likely it's Jeff Gordon talking the loudest about the debris. He is the highest scored non-lead lap car.
It's real tight, real tight. Chatter to right front, center off.
It's amazing all the pretty significant change that Tony Jr. made to try to free the car up through the center of the corner has gone the other direction and made that car tighter.
Still there, still inside there, clear.
So Dale Jr. holding on to a 13th place spot on the lead lap. We'll be back.
Introducing Hale Hughes, an oil field roughneck from Woodville, Texas. Hale won the new 09 Ford F-150 and lots of other great prizes. Find out how your favorite worker can become next year's winner at Dickies.com. Dickie's, a legend in work.
This is America, and you have the freedom to cheer,
Number 9!
idolize,
Dale Jr.
Mr. Jeff Gordon.
celebrate,
Pablo Montoya.
maybe even get carried away.
Martin Truex Jr. He's the man.
Only Bank of America gives you the freedom to bank with the same kind of passion. With NASCAR banking, your check card, your credit card, your driver. Want to get in on the action? You can with Bank of America. Bank of Opportunity.
America, it's time to make a choice.
I'm proud to be an American.
So choose ABC Monday at 8/7 Central. It's a first. The battle of team dances. It's Lance, Cody, and Susan versus Brooke, Maurice, and Warren.
Warren is picking up competitors and throwing them across the room.
But who will swing your vote?
Some of you looked hip, and some of you looked hip replacement.
Dancing with the Stars live Monday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
Saved by Zero.
Now, for limited time only, you can get amazing zero APR financing on your favorite Toyota.
Saved by Zero.
That's 0% financing on 11 different models featuring Toyota's legendary quality. No other car brand can make this offer. So hurry in now and see how much Zero can save you on a new Toyota.
Saved by Zero. Saved by Zero.
Oh, Michael K., no way! It's me, Glenn, long-time listener.
Hey, how you doing?
Nah, come on, we're best buds. We need our own handshake, right? We'll go, and then bro hug into the bro bot. I am a bro bot. And then boom, make it explode.
Oh, my card.
It's okay, don't worry, I can get it back, all right? What's your pin? Come on, seriously, what's your pin?
Michael K., weekdays at 3 p.m., 1050 ESPN Radio. Eyewitness News is
back. A caution has come out on lap 264. We are on pit road, and they're talking about some pit strategy here. Maybe a two-tire stop.
One car is going to peel off right up here. After the one car, you'll be 10 away there. All right, 10 away. 2 tires, guys, right here. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Again, the last time they were on pit road was lap 242. That was about
Go.
22 laps ago.
4,200 out to the grass there, 4,200.
That's definitely going to gain a bunch of positions, that two-tire change. Also raise that track bar back up on the right side.
That put us in front of the 16. Now the 16 was running second when this, well, he was running up toward the front when this caution came out. There you see
I ain't believing what I just saw them guys do.
I don't even know what happened.
They was banging into each other for 3 corners in a row. Come down, got all the back straightaway, and Juan knew the 38 was going to try some shit. So Juan ran down toward the apron. The 38 turned left all the way down the track and hit Juan in the right rear quarter panel. Wrecked both of them hard on the straightaway. I mean, that's you get banned from the DMP.
Yeah, I just saw a replay of it for the first time.
Well, I don't want to.
Yeah, that was big. Dale Jr. saw it. We also just saw it. David Gilliland came down and wrecked Juan Pablo Montoya. Take another look at what Dale Jr. saw when he was coming down that backstretch and what took place with the 38. Well, this is the smoke that he saw.
One Shamir there, one Shamir. Inside. All clear, good job.
It sure looked like it was exactly as Dale Jr.
I got a feeling the 15's probably going to be next to get that.
Bad shit, man. Bad for the sport.
Yeah, that's it sure looked like it was a pretty intentional deal there by David Gilliland.
You heard it. Broad daylight on the back stretch. Gilliland spinning the 42. Remember, they're going 170 miles an hour. We'll be right back.
chase for the Sprint Cup comes to you with NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile. Dropkick yourself into the drama with live race radio, real-time stats, and live team chatter. Only from Sprint and only on the Now Network.
I look back, good or bad, it's all an adventure no matter what you do. So the joy is getting there.
Well, on the days that we help someone move from the shelter to permanent housing, those are the best days.
Hot, cold, blizzards. The only thing that's ever outlasted this truck is the license plate.
The front end was melted, the interior was singed. I reached inside the window and it started right up. It made us feel like if that truck could keep going, then we could all keep going.
30 years, she got over 2 million miles.
It all started with my grandfather, who passed it down to my father, who passed it down to us.
Chevy, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
This is my truck.
This is my truck.
Esta es mi troca.
I love Chevy trucks. I've wanted one since I was a kid, and this is my new truck.
Chevy Silverado, America's best truck.
If it could tell stories, it would.
Some trucks carry things like gravel or dirt or lumber. But some trucks carry other things, like pride, like passion, like our future and our heritage. These are our trucks, and this is our racing.
Welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway as the sun begins to set here in Fort Worth, Texas. Juan Pablo Montoya now talking to Shannon Spake of ABC. So he has been checked out at the Infield Care Center and released. Out in front of the field, it's the 26 of Jamie McMurray. Now you ask, where is Carl Edwards after dominating this race? He is back in 7th. We are running in the 4th spot, and that was because of the pit strategy, a 2-tire stop, getting us some track position. So the strategy, we will see how it plays out.
Rick, with 67 laps to go, we know we're not going to be able to make it the rest of the way. About 55, maybe 56 is going to be about it for us. So we know we're going to have at least one more pit stop here. Heard TJ tell Dale Jr. 1 to go till the restart.
The lights on the pace car will let you know. As long as they're flashing, that means that we've still got to get to the start-finish line before we see the 1 to go. As soon as he gets there, lights normally will go off that pace car, and that will let them know that the next time by, pace car will duck onto pit road and we will see the green flag. Juan Pablo Montoya, the lap previous, he said he bumped the 38 just a bit to let him know he was there, and it had gone back and forth for several laps. And apparently David Gilliland decided he didn't appreciate any type of bumping, and so came down on at 42, and again a difficult situation for Juan Pablo Montoya. And NASCAR is, they have been heard. They have said,
coming to the green here. Got the 16 to 18, 99 in your mirror.
NASCAR has said to David Gilliland, you will park on pit road for 5 laps. We are holding you for reckless driving.
There's only 15 cars on the lead lap. Jeff got the lucky dog last time. He's tail end right now.
Something had to be done about that, because as Dale Jr.
65 to go when you get the green. There's 65 to go.
Said there's just no way that you should do that in the middle of the straightaway. And Juan obviously hit really, really hard and just about destroyed that car. So there's no room for that in this sport.
Pace car is off the racetrack. The field is in the hands of the 26 now.
Back just a little there. All right, get ready. Get ready, ready. No pressure from the 60 here. Clear by 4. Clear by 4. Still inside the 20. Still inside the 20 there. The 11's at your bumper now. Inside. inside the 20 there. All clear, all clear, all clear.
Dale Jr. trying to get by that one. Martin Truex Jr. running third. We've got fourth. Our left side tires have about 22 laps more on them than the right side tires.
Remember, we saw the 83 of Brian Vickers do that early in the race, and he was able to maintain a top 5 spot until he came to pit road thinking he had a flat tire, but he was in the top 5 when he did that. So
clear by one, clear by one. Looking inside the 16, inside, still there. All clear by 2 to the 11 on the bottom there. Clear by one.
Remember, that's 4 tires on that 16 car right there that just passed Dale Jr.
4 fresh tires getting by us. Now the 11 behind us is not on the lead lap. That's a lap down car.
So clear by 2 to the 40.
That 48 is still a lap down. He's running 19th right now.
So clear by 2 there.
And trying to get by that one of Martin Truex Jr.
48 looking outside there. Outside the 48. Outside. Still there by himself. 11 trying to go with him now. Outside the 11. Still there the 11. And 18 trying to go with him. Still there.
18. That was a big pass for Jimmy Johnson there. Got by the 11. Both of those guys are 1 lap down. Right now, Brian Vickers.
Clear by 2 behind for the 18 there. So
there's a top car 1 lap down.
Enter door, still there. Enter bumper, still there. Enter bumper, still there. Enter bumper, still there.
You see
that?
that?
One more good corner. You'll get him down here. Clear by 2 behind him.
Upper right-hand corner of your screen on the ABC broadcast, the 38 is backing up. That's because NASCAR has said.
The track. Enter bumper, still there. Enter bumper, still there. Still at your bumper there. Enter door now. Enter door. Still clear by 2 behind him.
NASCAR has said to David Gilliland, you've had enough today.
Enter door, middle of the track there. Enter bumper, clear.
You will be parked, and so no longer will David Gilliland be able to race today, and he has been called to the NASCAR Hall.
Look inside there. Inside at your bumper. Still there. Inside, inside. Oh, there is an 18 trying to go with him there. There you go. Enter door. Enter bumper clear. All clear. Good job.
Here comes this 99 of Carl Edwards. He's on our back bumper. He's been extremely strong all day. Let's see if we can keep in front of him.
Clear by 1 over the 99. It's clear by 2 over the 18. Clear by 1 there. Got to run, trying to run the outside there. Clear by 1. Inside, inside. Enter door. Enter door. Got the 18 right with him. Still inside there. Still there. Still there. Still inside. Enter door. The 18 2 behind him. Enter bumper. Still there's your bumper. Still inside there. Inside the 18 all the way on the bottom. Got a hole behind him if you want it. He's clear by 4 to the 6. Clear by 2 now. You're clear by 2 to the 6. He's clear by 10 to the 17.
Back 7th spot for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Inside, inside. He's clear behind him there.
Now 8th for Dale Jr. Running a little higher line through 1 and 2. Good run though on that 6 as they go down the backstretch.
you go. Good corner. Clear by 7 still.
Rumor has it in the garage there's been a little scuffle taking place between the 42 and the 38 guys.
That's also uncalled for. The action that happened on the racetrack was uncalled for, but there's no sense pit crews fighting. The drivers are the ones that are driving the cars. Hey, Jimmy Johnson got by the 20 of Tony Stewart. Now he only has Brian Vickers between him and a lucky dog, Rick.
There you go. Good job, man. Inside by himself. At your door. Still there at your bumper all the way at the bottom here. Still there.
Trying to stay in front of that 6. Also the
Still
17.
there. You're pulling him. Still there. All clear. Good job, man. Way to be there. Good job.
Back in front of the 6. Back into 7. Now here comes Matt Kenseth in that 17. Bottom of the racetrack through 3 and 4. .2 seconds behind race leader Jamie McMurray. Clint Boyer running second, and it's Greg Biffle, Martin Truex Jr., Carl Edwards running 5th. Kyle Busch is 6th. We've got 7th.
Here you go. Drive it away. Clear by 5.
About 1 car length up from the groove. Everybody's run the bottom of the racetrack. Battle continuing behind us for the 8th spot. Matt Kenseth taking it away now from the 6th of David Reagan. Those 2 team cars running nose to tail.
I wish they'd run side by side for about 30 more laps.
Just 50 laps remaining in this 334-lap race. 75 miles. Dale Earnhardt Jr. holding on to 7th now after battling back from being a lap down. Running in the top 10 once again here at Texas Motor Speedway. One of our former broadcasters here on the Dale Jr. channel, currently running in the 20th spot. That's Brad Keselowski.
Still clear by 4.
That's a nice effort for Brad here. First ever Sprint Cup start. He could come out of here with a top 20 finish. That would be a nice day's work.
Matt Kenseth trying to reel us in. We try to stay out in front of him. Here's the way the Hendrick Motorsports cars are running. Dale Jr. has got 7th. Casey Mears is 12th. Jeff Gordon 15th. Jimmy Johnson is 17th, and he's the 2nd car a lap down. 2nd car scored a lap down. And then Brad Keselowski running 20th, also 1 lap down. Dale Jr. continuing to run just a bit quicker than that 17 of Matt Kenseth. Staying in front of him, trying to close in on the 18 of Kyle Busch.
You know, Rick, we talk about the clean air, and Dale Jr. talked about how you get back there and get in that dirty air and get that aero push. You remember how good that 99 of Carl Edwards was out front, how he dominated this race. Well, we had some guys that put 2 tires on, and right now, Carl Edwards finds himself 8.5 seconds behind the leader, Jamie McMurray.
So a tough situation for Carl Edwards, who has been so strong today. Now back in the 5th spot. He's trying to close the gap on Jimmy Johnson in the points race. He's still making a little bit of a dent in that, but not as big of a dent as he would like to make. If he could get out front and win this race. Jimmy Johnson continues to fight to get back on the lead lap. Try to lessen the blow of today's race. $127 points back is Greg Biffle in 2nd. And a little bit further back is the 99 of Carl Edwards in 3rd in the point standings. But the point difference has shrunk from the 189 that Jimmy Johnson had coming into this race. See the gap there between Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the 17 of Matt Kenseth. So pulling away from Matt Kenseth, trying to reel in the 18 of Kyle Busch. We'll be right back with more.
Cobalt tools are so comfortable, you just don't want to quit working.
Try it now. Jimmy, get in the car.
Cobalt, the next generation of tough tools. Available exclusively at Lowe's.
Pipe wrench. Hey, Jimmy?
Saved by Zero.
Now, for a limited time only, you can get amazing 0 APR financing on your favorite Toyota.
Saved by Zero.
That's 0% financing on 11 different models featuring Toyota's legendary quality. No other car brand can make this offer. So hurry in now and see how much 0 can save you on a new Toyota.
Saved by Zero. Saved by Zero.
Birds do it. Bees do it. Even educated fleas do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Let's fall in love. Let's fall in love. Let's.
From the East Coast to the West, up north, down south.
All across America.
On Wednesday, November 12th, one event brings the whole country together.
It's country music's biggest night. Hosted by Brad Paisley.
And Carrie Underwood.
The CMA Awards.
Live. Wednesday, November 12th at 8/7 Central on ABC. Start here.
Welcome back under the moonlight and the lights here at the Lone Star State Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth, Texas. Dale Earnhardt Jr. holding on to 7th, trying to break into the top 5. He's got to get by the 18 of Kyle Busch, who is about 1.2 seconds in front of us, and trying to stay in front of the 6th of David Reagan, who is about 1.1 second behind us. So wedged right in the middle there between 8th and 6th is Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 7th spot. Now, we came onto pit road on lap 265, got 2 tires on that stop. We've completed 296 laps, so we know that we will have to be back on pit road at least one more time, and we hope only one more time. And that will be a very big pit stop that last time we come onto pit road.
Okay, Rick, I just talked to Billy Davis, our engine tuner, and I said, when are we going to have to stop? He said, around 325, so it looks like it's going to be with about 9 laps to go. So for only 9 laps of fuel, it's probably only going to take about 3 gallons. You know, you can change 2 tires in about 6 seconds, and I think Tony Jr., if we're going to come in with around 10 laps to go, I think Tony Jr. would give a lot of thought to putting 2 tires on the right side. Maybe get, 2 or 3 extra seconds on pit road there, but have those 2 fresh tires on the right side. I don't know that we would want to stay in there long enough to put 4 tires on, because as we know, that's about a 13-second pit stop, and I don't think we would ever gain that back in 10 laps. That would leave a lot of time on those left side tires since we only put 2 on, but with only 9 or 10 laps to go, I think that would be the call.
So pit strategy will definitely come into play as we close in on the final laps. David Gilliland talked to ESPN, ABC, and they asked him about the incident between he and Juan Pablo Montoya. Says he misjudged it coming off the turn. He knows that they did have some bumping and banging that took place on the racetrack, but he did say he misjudged it coming down the racetrack and got into the 42. He said he feels bad about it. I'm guessing he's going to feel even worse when he's sitting in that hauler with Mike Helton, the president of NASCAR, as I'm sure they will be scolding David Gilliland for his actions.
Rick, I've been in that hauler with Mike Helton before in a situation, I would not say like that, but in a situation where I was in there being called in there, and it's not any fun, I can assure you that.
Could be a long night, maybe a long week for David Gilliland, but right now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to get everything out of this number 88 Amp Energy Chevrolet. Still trying to close in on that 18 of Kyle Busch. Kyle's got about 1.5 seconds on us now. As they run on the racetrack, here's your points. Carl Edwards back up into second, 125 points back. Jimmy Johnson still leading, with Greg Biffle 127 points back. Again, you can earn 161 points in a race if
side, still there, clear.
You win, and the person you're competing against, as far as point goes, finishes 43rd. That's the maximum number of points you can gain. 161 points. So after this race, there's only 2 laps to go, or excuse me, 2 races to go after this race, and that would be 322 points is the difference. So after this race, anyone that is 322 points back from point leader Jimmy Johnson will be mathematically out of contention of winning the championship. Jimmy does have to start those final 2 races to make that scenario work. But an amazing 2008 for Jimmy Johnson as he is trying to make it back-to-back championships. Only Cale Yarborough has done it before him. Sawing on the wheel is Dale Earnhardt Jr. Saw the hands moving when he came out of turn 4. Has not talked about an extremely loose race car for most of the night. Matter of fact, recently they've been changing to try to loosen that race car up.
And 4:28 to go at the line.
Dale Jr. has about 0.6 of a second right now over the 8th place car of Kevin Harvick. They've been running very comparable lap times here the last few laps. Kevin was able to get by David Reagan, who now runs 9th, Matt Kenseth in the 10th spot.
Dale Jr. continuing to hug that white line through turns 1 and 2.
Clear by 5 over the 29. Is running high in 3 and 4, low in 1 and 2, just to let you know.
You know, this, if the caution flag does not come out, Rick, this last pit stop is going to be so critical. Not only what you do on pit road, whether you do fuel only, 2 tires, 4 tires, whatever, but how you get to pit road and get off of pit road. That is going to be really critical and will directly affect the finishing positions
all the
of
way
all
the
these
bottom
guys up in the top 10.
car.
Kevin Harvick was coming fast, and now Dale Jr. rocketing out of turn number 2. Able to stay in front of him. Kevin running the high line through 3 and 4. That momentum will propel him right to the back bumper of Dale Jr. as they get ready to go into turn 1.
Good job. All right, June-Bug, I need you to start running some half throttle laps for me. From now, we got 24 laps to go. Need 3 laps.
You heard it, Rick. We're also hearing that Bob Osborne, who originally thought they were about 4 laps short.
No reason for position like this. You just do whatever you need to do there. I mean, it's we're sitting here with 2 to 3 laps from making it, and everybody's going to have to stop, it looks like.
Tony Jr. doesn't
got no pressure for a while now. No pressure for a while. Some guys are already stopping, like the 17 Chargers come this lap. You got no pressure. 77, 15 back.
The 99 is saying he's only 0.2 of a lap short.
So Carl Edwards may be trying to win this race on fuel mileage. It sounds now that Tony Eury Jr. would also try to employ that strategy.
17 car Matt Kenseth just now coming off pit road, Rick. He made his stop early, going to try to get new tires and get the good out of them.
Dale Jr. up to the high side of the racetrack will try to keep that momentum up so that he doesn't have to use as much fuel. Dale Jr. again conserving fuel at Michigan earlier this year, found victory lane at that racetrack. The one of Martin Truex Jr. has made his way on the pit road now.
All clear.
Hearing the 18 is also going to be coming to pit road here in 2 laps. They're going to do right side tires and fuel. Dale Jr. holding on to the 6th spot. David Reagan in that 6th.
All clear, all clear. 6 is 4 back there, still digging hard on the bottom.
That's David Reagan in the 6th, and he is scored 7th right now on the track.
All clear.
Looks like
so inside there.
David Reagan might be trying the same strategy we are working right now. Trying to conserve as much fuel as he can.
Got the 17 digging hard behind him. He's already stopped there. He's 2 back there coming inside. He's got the 44 coming behind him.
.44 on our lap.
clear by one over the 44, the 78, the 77 are 5 behind him. Inside.
The 44 gets by. That would be for the 7th spot that we're currently holding. Rudeman takes that away.
All clear by 4 to the 78. He's cleared by 20 to the 11.
Just 12 cars are shown on the lead lap. The 18 of Kyle Busch scored 15th. Looks like a 2-tire stop and fuel for the 8 of Mark Martin.
I like the strategy of coming early. Matt Kenseth was the first guy that came down pit road. Obviously, if the caution were to come out,
the 22 back there, he's cleared by 7 to the 78. Coming inside there. There you go. Inside the 20, he's clear behind him to the 40, 78 there.
29 right now, Kevin Harvick on pit road. If everybody pits, then the guy that got the tires the earliest will have the advantage, Rick, and that would be Matt Kenseth. I don't think it's going to be enough to propel him up to beating Jamie McMurray or some of these other guys that had such a big lead on them, but it's going to be interesting.
Phil, do you think right now that Tony Eury Jr. has made up his mind that we're going to make this gamble?
Clear by half straight away to the 8.
Hey, Phil, if right now, do you think Tony Eury Jr. has made up his mind that they're going to try this and stay out for the remainder of the race?
I think so, Rick. We told Dale Jr. we needed to save 3 or 4 laps, and Dale Jr. asked him if he wanted to race for position, and he said, whatever you think, but Dale Jr. has definitely backed off the pace here.
All clear. Nobody coming here. Good job.
Trying to save some fuel. We've been so fortunate this year with the fuel mileage races, with the exception of that one race at Pocono. So Dale Jr. saved a lot of fuel this year. Didn't really think he was that good at fuel conserving, but he's really done a nice job of it. So we'll just have to watch and see. Talked to Billy Davis, and he said, I'll tell you, I don't know. He said, man, that's going to be a lot of fuel that he's going to have to save.
Billy Davis, the engine tuner for Dale Jr. here at
44, about 10 back there, digging hard at the bottom. He's behind his next car for position just now off of 4, the 24 car.
Phil, here's a difficult situation. Is he's trying to conserve fuel. He runs the top of the racetrack to keep the momentum up and not have to give it so much gas when he comes out of the turns. But at the same time, he's running further distance than 1.5 miles.
Yeah, he's just trying to keep the thing wound up. I know he's running further.
The 6's inside there. The 8's going to go with him. The 43's behind them there. Still inside there all the way on the bottom. The 8 car, the 43 is still 3 back there. Still 2 back all the way on the bottom.
We're now scored in second.
All clear. 43 still 3 back there.
We're also hearing the 24 is going to give it a shot.
2 inside there. 2 inside. 2 inside. 2 inside there. 2 inside. 2 inside. All clear.
Okay, Jeff Gordon right now is about 8 seconds behind Dale Jr. He's actually about 6.5 seconds behind Dale Jr. Also going to try to go for it.
So clear by 5 over the 15. He's clear by 7 over the 11 and 77.
Be 10 to go next time.
The 99 is out in front of the field. The 48 has already been on pit road.
Still clear by 7 over the 11.
We run second, 10 seconds behind Carl Edwards. The 99
is going to try to make it, Junior. He's going to try it. We're just going to do our deal. You got 6 seconds to the guy behind you.
So everybody knows what's going on.
You tell me the interval.
Okay, that's how.
6 seconds the difference
I need to
still.
know if I'm giving up too much. Am I going to lose the spot? No, you're doing great. Before you got the 31 right with you. The 5's about 10 behind him, then a big hole behind the 5, inside the 31. 5 still 7 back.
Now crosses the start-finish line. Tony Gurry Jr. will tell him the difference.
The line now.
There, that's TJ Majors.
I don't second speed. Told you to do it. You're talking to my corner again. 4 seconds.
Now the 99 is watching us. We're watching Jeff Gordon, who's running third. All three of us.
99's trying to back up. He's down here in 1.
So all three cars trying to conserve fuel. Carl was going 170 when he went into turn 3 just moments ago, so he's slowing way down. We were at 175.
He's doing our deal right here, Jim Bud. We'll see if he wants to lose this championship over this gas mileage. Well, he probably ain't gonna make it, I don't think. I doubt we will. Yeah, we gonna make it. I'm running out. I'm losing fuel pressure now.
6 laps to go. Dale Jr. says,
I gotta come in, Junior.
I'm losing fuel pressure.
Unfortunately, this time, got a couple cars coming here to stay low there, 4,200 at the line.
They gave it a great try, Rick. Unfortunately, didn't come out short here.
Fuel. That's all we're doing, fuel. Still running there. Stumbling along, popping. All right. Just be ready to put the fuel deal in.
Just
not running now. Not running.
Just needs a can of fuel.
Gas it up. It's not running. Put it in the deal. All right, start cranking it. Hold, stay right here, Jim. Just crank. Stay right here. All right, go, 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 go. Get it fired. Go get him, boys. Stop, stop. All right, go get him. Back him up, keep cranking it, Jim Buck.
Ran out of fuel.
Stay low in the fuel blend off the 2 there, stay low.
Tried to gamble. Now back out on the racetrack.
2 more cars coming there. You got the 9, the 24. 9's outside. 24 is 6 back there. Clear right there. All clear right there. Still 5 back there now.
99 continues to slow down on the racetrack. He's got a 12-second lead over Jeff Gordon, who's running second. 2 laps to go.
2 to go right here. White flag. Next time 5.
Is Carl going to get it, or is Jeff Gordon going to win a race for the 15th consecutive season?
Jeff Gordon has not won in 2008. Looking for that first win. Can Carl Edwards make it back to the line after he crosses the white flag in the air? He goes across the start-finish line. 1 to go for Carl Edwards. 1 lap. Dale Jr. currently running 20th. Carl's on the bottom of the racetrack. Down the backstretch he goes. He's creeping down the backstretch. Jimmy Johnson looks to be in the 16th spot. Carl Edwards looking for the win. He's led the most laps, and it looks as though he will do it. Carl Edwards winning the race.
Checker flag this time by.
Dale Jr. across the start-finish line.
Yeah, that's a good job. Good try, Junior. We should have probably started saving earlier, man. Good try, though. We win together, we lose together. Yeah, it was kind of I had to go a certain amount before we could start saving. 24 done it, he finished second. Carl done it, he won. So we finished 20th, but, you know, didn't work out this time.
Yeah, I want to know why it didn't work out, why we can't finish races and the fuel mileage is always wrong. This is too many fuel mileage. There's too many times we run out of gas and we're, quote, not supposed to. But it's really disappointing. I don't know why we couldn't have started saving sooner.
Welcome to tonight's UFC 91 post-race show on NASCAR Hotpass. Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to do the fuel mileage conservation run.
Please.
All right.
And he was not able to do it. With about 5 laps remaining, the fuel pressure went down. He came on to pit road. And ends up tonight in the 20th spot. Carl Edwards celebrating another win. Trying to close the gap between he and Jimmy Johnson. Tony Eury Jr. checking out all of his data on the laptop and the computers, and he will now chat with Phil Parsons.
Tony Jr., was a good try. I mean, that you guys definitely improved on the car. The 2-tire stop got you up in the top 10. That clean air made a world of difference and just came up a little bit short on fuel.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we basically went for it. You know, you can take that top 13 or whatever, and or you could have went for it. So we decided to go for it, and I think 99 tried to start doing it, but you know, I guess we must not have got it full there when we took the 2 tires on that last stop. It's the only thing I can figure, because should have been within a lap and a half, 2 laps, and he run many laps there, half throttle, just trying to save it for us, because we knew once everybody committed to pit road, we could run 35-second laps. But you know, it run out 2 laps too soon before we could do that. So you know, it's you know, we had a good night. I think we learned a lot, but we'll just see what happens.
The 2 tires there were with the right side jacked up probably makes it a little more difficult to get it full fuel, doesn't it, versus the left side being jacked up.
Correct, and I mean, I think that was all it was. You know, if you had that other 410s, you'd be out there celebrating now. So, you know, Carl done good. I mean, the best car won tonight, so that was it's a good job on their part. But you know, we'll be back next week at Phoenix, see what happens.
All right, buddy, thanks.
All right, thanks.
It was an impressive performance tonight by Carl Edwards. Jeff Gordon comes home in second. A great job by that team. Jamie McMurray third, Clint Boyer fourth, and Greg Biffle unofficially in fifth. So the difference between Jimmy Johnson and Carl Edwards, about 83 points have been knocked off of that lead that Jimmy Johnson had coming in. Just 106 points. Again, these are the unofficial point standings after today's race. You see the 8th through 12th, the guys in the chase, they are mathematically out of the possibility of winning the championship. Kevin Harvick and Clint Boyer, Jeff Gordon, all quite a ways back. They will have to battle extremely hard in Phoenix not to be eliminated after the Phoenix race, as it comes down to just a few cars remaining in this championship hunt. Take a look back at what took place today and tonight in Texas. Early on, after starting 5th, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was able to move toward the front. Battling his teammate, Jeff Gordon. Then a caution. The problem with the debris on the front of the car, the grille. Then it blew down just a bit, got stuck underneath. But later on in that run, it actually came off of the car, scraped the wall in turn 4. We've seen that maneuver before. Gordon normally fighting a loose condition. Very close call there. Reed Sorensen gets into the wall just in front of us. And then the incident, a little frustration it looked like between the 38 and the 42. That happened in front of us. Dale Earnhardt Jr. able to negotiate through that incident. Got by the 42 of Juan Pablo Montoya and saw the whole thing. The caution that got us back on the lead lap. Even after we restarted, we were in front of the race leader at the time, and so we were able to be out front. Here is our Pennzoil Ultimate pit stop of the race. That 12.9 second stop on lap 242 got us the position, and then we tried the fuel strategy, and it just wouldn't work. They had to fill it full of fuel, had to restart it. And because they got stuck on pit road for a little bit too long, Dale Earnhardt Jr. comes home 20th in tonight's race unofficially. Carl Edwards celebrating once again here at Texas Motor Speedway. He becomes the first driver to win 3 races at this racetrack. He has the most wins at Texas Motor Speedway of any drivers previously. Our king of the crew for today's race is definitely Amy Walsh. Public relations for Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the AMP Energy National Guard number 88 Chevrolet. Working extremely hard each and every week. And actually, a lot of people don't know it, but she has a different pair of shoes at virtually every racetrack we go to. Let's go back trackside to Phil Parsons in the pits.
Rick, I think this was a positive day here because we fought loose so much here recently. Last week, especially at Atlanta. Tony Jr. told me just right after we did the interview with him, he changed a lot of things on that car this morning to try to tighten it up because they were really loose yesterday in practice. And he said they worked, and that's very encouraging. They made a great 2-tire call there, got track position. The car was a lot faster in that clean air. Unfortunately, at the end, didn't have enough fuel. But regardless of where the car finished, I think they learned something today, and it's a good positive note to go into these last 2 races of the year.
Thank you, Phil. Always want to be on a positive note, and we do head off to Phoenix next. That is the next stop for the Sprint Cup Series.
Dale Jr.
It's the
The final 2 races of the 2008 season in NASCAR dives into Phoenix International Raceway. Fans can listen in and ride along with Carl Edwards, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jeff Gordon, and Kevin Harvick. Can anyone catch Jimmy Johnson on his way to the Sprint Cup Championship? Tune in Sunday afternoon on NASCAR Hotpass exclusively on DirecTV. And again, your Hot Pass Hot Shots next week in Phoenix. Carl Edwards closing the gap now on Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jeff Gordon, and Kevin Harvick are the 4 hot shots that we will follow at Phoenix International Raceway. How does Phoenix fare for Dale Earnhardt Jr. in his 12 starts? 2 wins. Tied for most of all time at that racetrack, and 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s. So Dale Jr. looking to get into victory lane at least one more time in the 2008 season. He's got 2 more opportunities, one of those being Phoenix, and the final one, Homestead, Miami, the last race of the 2008 season. We appreciate you joining us here on NASCAR Hot Pass, exclusively on DirecTV each and every week as we follow Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s first season with Hendrick Motorsports. Again, getting that victory at Michigan earlier in this year was one of the goals that he had set. Another one was making the chase. He obtained that goal as well. And the final goal was to win the championship. That one is now out of reach. Mathematically, we cannot get to that point, but a very valiant effort. And they will continue to try to find victory lane at every racetrack we go. He's got 2 more opportunities in 2008. Again, the next stop is Phoenix next Sunday afternoon. It was Texas Motor Speedway, the Lone Star State, where Dale Jr. came up just a bit close on the fuel strategy. We'll be back and see you next week when we stop at Phoenix.